We have finally arrived, y'all. Game 2, Madison Square Garden. Detroit Pistons. Y'all wanted it, y'all getting it. Let's start the show. Exactly. We're back. Back like we never left. Here in the Garden for Game 2, trying to go up 2-0 against the Detroit Pistons here in the first round. A classic 3 versus 6. Now, they gave us a couple of swings in the last game, but at the end of the day, the better team won. Because that's what this series is going to be about, right? We talked about it. They tough. They rough and tumble. They're physical. They can hoop. They're a nice, decent team. A nice quality story this season. But they ain't the New York Knicks. They're not on our level. They're not that good of a team. They're all right. And so we really got to show them what it's about. The youngins weren't ready for prime time. We say it all the dang time. Y'all not ready for prime time like the Knicks are. Jalen Brunson, when push came to shove, he said, second half? What Tom Thibodeau say? What he said when JB went back to the locker room? He said, I went to go get my cape. He went to go get his cape, put the Superman cape on. How many times have we said that this year? Jalen Brunson, it's time to put the Superman cape on. Right? That's kind of been the mantra this year, especially in the clutch. The clutch player of the year, at least he should be, my man, Jalen Brunson, the captain. That's right. We rocking the captain hat because he's coming out firing to start the game today. We not starting slow today. Today we getting busy. We getting buckets. They think that they ready for tonight. But that was just game 1. Welcome to game 2. The series goes on. We are ready. They are not. OG Anunoby, the dog, he gonna keep Kate Cunningham down in check. Right? Karl Anthony Towns said, Jalen Duren, you're not that guy, pal. Watch me put up buckets. You gonna have to guard me. Stop trying to hide Tobias Harris on me. We gonna hoop on him. Mitchell Robinson up off the bench. They don't have Isaiah Stewart tonight. He has been ruled out for game 2. Apparently it's a knee issue. I think he got Mitchell Robinson-itis if we're being real. Now, I'm just playing. He really does have a knee issue, but I'm just saying, they're not ready for us. They're not ready. So we got to come out and act like it. What's popping, everybody? Let's get to the game. Let's get to it. TNT tonight, so you know they started on time. At least as close to on time as you can be, considering the way ESPN does business. But I'm ready for tonight. You know the starting lineups. We're all prepared for it. Let's get busy. Omar Murray, MBM, AP, Mark, Susan, Mike, C. Tyler? Robert? What's up, Robert? Jonathan Martinez, of course. Susan, Angela Harding, Eamon Owis, DCL Love. I appreciate everybody. Thanks for coming out. Getting ready for this game here tonight. I've been thinking about it all day. And let me tell you something. Mikal Bridges, you're going to have a nice scoring night tonight. Jalen Brunson's going to get it started from jump, from the beginning. From moment 1, he's going to be ready to go. So we have to match that as well. Zero Tolerance said, no Mitch. No, Mitch is playing. No Isaiah Stewart. Stewart is out. He's out for game 2. I don't know how much longer he's going to be out. Mitchell Robinson is indeed playing. He is playing. Knicks fully healthy. That is including my man Ariel Hugporty, by the way. He's good. Big Task. What's up, Big Task? All right, getting ready for the tip. You know the starting lineups. Ain't nothing changed for either team, especially for our New York Knicks. We got the dog out there with OG. Josh Hart's not going to be in foul trouble here today. We're gonna get a rocking right from the jump. You know the Garden is going to be right on their side. So we're ready to go. Mitch is good, Zero Tolerance. Mitch is good. We're good, fully healthy, ready to rock. Knicks win the tip. Because, of course, they do. And the captain will walk it down. I'm rocking the captain hat today because the captain is ready to go. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Hardaway. They get it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hits Brunson, cut back door. Brunson in the air, kicks it out. Towns catches, pump fakes over to Bridges. He pump fakes. He's going to drive it by Duren in the mid-range, kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson catches, pump fake, leans in, dancing with it. Step back, a three over Thompson, knock me down. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Great offensive process from the Knicks there, but Towns stumbled with the pass and he couldn't get the three off. Should have just took it anyway. Cunningham kicks it out to Hardaway. Hardaway attacks the closeout all the way to the basket. Layup, blows the layup. Duren, an offensive rebound in the paint, goes up, throws it down big, strong with a one-handed jam. Okay, Duren, he came out ready to go. He said, y'all embarrassed me a little bit the last time, so I'm out here to hoop. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Hardaway. They get it over to Anunoby. Back to Bridges coming to his right off a nice Josh Hart screen. Hesitating, now driving it down, has it along the baseline, kicks it out to OG. He's going to line up a three. He said, I'll line it up. Comes up well short on it, barely grazes the rim. Here comes Hardaway Jr. Shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham has it up top on the right wing. Coming to his right, dancing with it. Pump fakes over to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. He's going to look to isolate against Anunoby. Driving to the baseline, spinning to his left, in the lane. Stops, pump fake, puts up the lefty hook. Can't get it to go. An offensive tip up and in by All-Star Thompson. And the hustle out early here for the Detroit Pistons. Knicks got to match the effort. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Got to box him out. Anunoby has it up top over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart. Inside pass to Anunoby. He's going to go for the reverse layup. Got it to go. Okay, OG. He said, I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm just going to catch it right here and lay it up and in over my head. I love to see a beautiful pass from Josh Hart, too. And the Knicks are finally on the board, 4-2 here, 10 minutes to go. Early here, 2 minutes into the game. They get it into Duren in the high post, being guarded by Towns. Hands it off to Cunningham. He's coming to his right. They show two. They try to throw it inside. Brunson right there picks it off. He shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way. Over to Bridges. Quick catch and fire to the left wing. Oh, can't get it to go. I was ready to pop off for you, Mikhail. I know you got it in you, big dog. We're going to need a nice scoring night from you. Thompson hits. Tobias Harris gets blocked by Josh Hart. No foul call. He's on the floor. Push it into 5-on-4. Over to Josh Hart. Extra pass. Anunoby wide open left corner three. Too long. Can't get it to go. Mikal Bridges right there for the offensive tip up and in. And now we're giving the hustle right back. Josh Hart with the chase down block on Harris. Now Thompson's going to bring it down against Bridges. Has it in the high post on the right wing. Trying to get it out to Cunningham. Good denial from Anunoby. Cunningham can't get it. Duren has to keep it. They're trying to get it out. Now they get it out to Thompson. Thompson up top. A mid-range pull-up jumper from him over Bridges. Can't get it to go. The defense is stifling. Here comes Brunson. He's bringing it down. He has it up top being guarded by Thompson. In and out dribble drive to his left. Already a blocking foul on All-Star Thompson. That's one. We going to get him up out of this game early. Just like we did the last time. We're going to get him out of here early. Daniel Berry Sports. What's up, Daniel? Kwame Robinson. What's up, Kwame? What's up, Kwame? Brunson's going to inbound it. We're going to get All-Star Thompson up out of here like we did the last time. He can't guard JB. He too physical. He don't know. He's too young. He's not ready for it. Brunson coming to his right off of Josh Hart's screen. High. Stumbles. Pump fake. Leans in. Kicks it out. Out to Towns. Ball's tipped. He's able to recover it. Driving to his left. Fakes the handoff. He's got a clear lane to the basket. A one-handed throw down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The fake handoff of Karl Anthony Towns. We're getting it cooking early. 25-26. Who's popping, my guy? Cunningham against Bridges, and they call a foul. Mikal Bridges out on the perimeter, getting a little too handsy. A little too handsy with Cade out there. Slim Slam, what's up, Slim? Yvette, what's up, Yvette? They get it into Harris. Harris, up top. Great ball denial defense yet again, keeping it out of Cade Cunningham's hands. Duren's going to attack Towns off the bounce, puts it up off glass, gets that one to go. A tough physical move from Jalen Duren. He looks much more ready to go here tonight than he did in game one. Ricardo, what's up, Ricardo? Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Gets it over to Towns. Towns up top being guarded by Harris. Harris was a complete mismatch against Towns last game. Likely to be the same scenario tonight. Brunson gets caught in the air and kicks it out to nobody as Josh Hart was coming up towards the top of Towns was already standing there. Josh Hart, stay on the wing, big dog. We got you, brother. We got you. Brunson turns it over there on a bad pass. Pistons will bring it down the other way. I love the defense we're seeing already. Justice's dad. What's up, Justice's dad? Mike, what's up, Mike? Did I say what's up to you, Mike, yet? I don't know, but what's up, Mike? Cunningham gets it over to Hardaway. Hardaway gets it into Duren. Duren in the high post on the right wing. And they call an offensive foul on Tim Hardaway Jr. with a bad moving screen. Trying. They're trying their damned hardest to get OG Anunoby off of Cade Cunningham, and OG refuses to be screened. He's going to stay attached. Kiana Bryant, what's up, Kiana? Now Brunson has it up top, dancing with it, coming to his right, dancing around a town screen, driving to his right. Thompson hits the floor. Brunson puts up the floater. He got it to go. Thompson hit the deck. Oh, snap. We getting it going. We getting it cooking early. 8-6 to start. Both teams going back and forth. The offensive process from both sides looks pretty solid, but Detroit struggling to get into their offense, struggling to get the ball in the hands of Cade Cunningham. Cunningham has it up top, coming off the Duren screen, driving it down against Bridges on a switch, a baseline follow-away jumper. Too long, can't get it to go. Josh Hart snatches a rebound. He's shot out of a cannon. He's pushing the other way. Euro stepping down the lane, gets bumped by the defender, kicks it out to Brunson. Ball's knocked into the air by Harris. Harris able to pick it up, and he was out of bounds when he grabbed it. Okay, ball's going to stay with the Knicks. Thought they called the foul, but they called him out of bounds. Sandra Samuels, what's up, Sandra? Keith Modeste, Chris Rowe, Raymond Vasquez was popping, everybody. Brunson's going to get it into Josh Hart. Hart has it up top. Hart looking to get it to Bridges, can't, gets it over to Towns. Towns up top, hits Josh Hart, cunt to the basket, goes up, gets blocked by Duren. A lot of contact, no foul call. I kind of like the contact. Okay, here we go. Here comes Cunningham pushing it the other way. Kicks it out the Hardaway. Extra pass. Harris, a three out of the right corner. He gets it to go. He's been in fuego from the three-point line. He's only missed one the whole series. He is now 5 for 6 for the series from three-point range. Rock Range, what's up, Rock Range? Brunson has it on the right wing. He's going to look to attack. Crossing over to his right. Blowing past the defense. Puts up a floater high off glass. Gets it to go with the bank floater. Off of the right wing. Quick crossover. And like I said, he's coming out firing. He's ready to go from jump. Cunningham has it on the left wing up top, being guarded by Anunoby. He's coming to his right. Quick crossover to his left, being picked up by Bridges now. Now he's going to look to isolate in the high post. Backing him down. He's going to use his size and strength against Bridges. Backing him down. Leans in. Ball gets stripped. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it, but he's able to recover it. Kicks it out to Duren. Duren hands it off. Hardaway Jr. puts up the right corner three. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. And now here comes Towns bringing it down. Approaching the halfway point here. Towns on the left wing looking to attack. Runs right into Duren. Puts it up. Gets it to go. No charge. No block. No foul call. No nothing. No whistle was blown. Ran right into Duren. Didn't matter. I'm so talented. I'm just going to chuck it up at the basket and get it to go down anyway. My goodness, Towns. So Cunningham's going to bring it down and direct some traffic. Cunningham has it up top, hands it off to Harris. Harris looking to attack to his left. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson's going to look to attack Josh Hart. Spins to his left. Almost travels with it. Where's my travel, ref? Where's my travel, ref? He's saying he bobbled the ball. Josh Hart got a hand on it. So now here come the Knicks bringing it down the other way off the layup from Thompson. Brunson has it up top. Dancing with it against Thompson. Coming to his right. Blowing past Duren on the high screen. Driving it down. Kicks it out. Anunoby wide open left corner three. Knock me down. Anunoby can't get him to go. Long rebound or short rebound. Duren able to grab it. Here comes Cunningham pushing it the other way. It's a 4-on-4. Cunningham putting his head down. Attacking to the basket. Lays it up and in with the right hand. And now here comes Brunson looking to bring it down the other way. Like I said earlier, both these teams going back and forth to start the game. 5:30 to go. We're past the halfway point here in the first quarter. Brunson has it up top being guarded by Thompson. Gets it into Towns. Towns on the left wing, being guarded by Harris. Swings through to his left, spins back to his right. Has him in the post, spins, puts up the hook shot off glass, gets it to go. My goodness, the post moves. Big man work, getting into his bag early. Knocking down the little post fade hook shot, floating kind of shot. I don't even know how to describe it. Cunningham coming to his right. Anunoby gets caught up on the screen. A mid-range pull-up jumper for Cunningham. Too long, can't get it to go. No, he does get it to go. Hit off of the back rim off the right wing. Bounced straight up into the air, but got it to drop down the middle. 2 points for Cunningham. Josh Hart hands it off to Bridges. Bridges has it in the right corner. Back up top to Josh Hart. Throws it down low to, oh my goodness, Mikal Bridges, who caught it with the one hand on the opposite side of the basket. It was a bad pass from Josh Hart. Bridges caught it over here and was able to lay it up with the reverse laying. Okay, everybody so far in the Knicks is getting it going, except for OG Anunoby. Except for OG. He's getting some good looks from three-point range right now, and he's not knocking any of them down. So when they eventually do go down, expect the Knicks to go on a nice big old run. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? Can we play some defense for a change? They're hooping. They're playing defense. You got to have some respect for the opponent. Knicks are forcing them into some pretty tough shots and knocking them down. The only open look they had was off an offensive rebound that they kicked back out to Harris in the right corner for a three. The only open look they had. Everything else is just well-contested shot making right now. Mark said keep pushing the tempo. They can't keep up. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I also doubt their ability to keep up, Mark. I also doubt it. Score? My score messed up. My score messed up. Jules, the Knicks artist. What's up, Jules? $15-16. My bad, y'all. My bad. Got to give the Knicks their points. Shortchanging them. We'll have that pulled up for when we need to check it out. It's playoff time, so we're going to break all the rules, all the normal rules. We normally wait till halftime to check the box scores, but we're going to break all the rules during the playoff run. Shade, what's up, Shade? Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Fast-paced, just as his dad, very fast-paced. A far cry from what the previous game was, where they kind of started a little slow. Both teams rocketing off to a fast pace here tonight. Everybody's up on the board except for Josh Hart so far, who's 0 for 1. He's only taken one shot, but he does have 2 assists. Hart said I have Schroeder over points. Schroeder is more pesky because he's a good defender. I question his offense, though. I do question his offense. And everyone for the Pistons has scored except for Tim Hardaway Jr. But Cade Cunningham is starting off 2 for 5. He's much more aggressive here tonight. He's already got 5 shot attempts. Much more aggressive, despite OG Anunoby playing some fantastic defense to start. He's not even letting him touch the ball. Don't have anybody else bring the ball down the court. Because if you do, Cade Cunningham not getting that ball back. He's not getting that ball back. OG Anunoby is sticking to him like glue. He's saying, you're not touching it. NBM said, we're going to wear them down, slow grind. I agree, for sure. Big Taz said, calling timeouts already? I mean, it's only 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Who said it earlier? This is a fast pace. Just as that, this is a fast pace. We're moving it. We're moving already. The last game ended 123-112, so it was fairly high scoring, especially for a Knicks game. Knicks, because of their slow pace, they like to play in the mid-hundreds, between 105 to 115. They ended up scoring 123. 115 usually in the higher end. They even outpaced that. Gigi said, Cat dropping 50 today. I'm calling it. Hey, man, I'll take it. I'll take a 50 ball from Cat. All right, here we go. Back into it, y'all. Cunningham has it up top, gets it over to Harris. Harris hands it off to Schroeder, who's just checked in. And get it out to Cunningham. Cunningham out by the half-court line. They get it over to Beasley, curling off the screen. They get it over to Paul Reed. Paul Reed with the reverse layup, and he blows the layup. And here comes Josh Hart pushing it the other way. Mitchell Robinson has checked in, by the way. They get it over to Bridges on the left wing. A transition 3 off the back rim. Can't get it to go. A long rebound. Harris chases it down. Bridges back retreating and knocks it right out of the hands of Tobias Harris. Home run pass to Brunson, but just ahead of him. And the Knicks turn it right back over. Come on. How many times this series have we had a good defensive play where we just throw the ball away? Come on, y'all. Schroeder's bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. They get it over to Cunningham. Cunningham on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Paul Reed screen. Pulls it out. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. In the lane. One-legged fall-away jumper along the baseline. Comes up short, but again gets a nice soft bounce. The second time he's gotten a nice shooter's roll after either shooting it long or shooting it short. And he gets the nice friendly bounce. And again, this time it just falls right over the top of the rim. 17-16. Both teams going back and forth to get it out to Robinson. Robinson has it in the high post. Hands it off to Josh Hart. Josh Hart dancing around the Robinson screen. A mid-range pull-up jumper over Paul Reed. Can't get it to go. Cunningham with the rebound. Don't like that offensive process from the Knicks. Cunningham gets it out to Harris. Harris extra pass to Schroeder. Schroeder in the right corner. He's going to put up the 3. Can't get that one to go. Brunson with a nice rebound. He's bringing it down now. Brunson also pushing the pace a little bit here. You'd normally like to see Brunson slow it down. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart looking to get it back to Brunson. Josh Hart coming to his left. Driving it down. Pump fakes. Cross-court pass to OG. Shot clock winding down. Putting his head down. Attacking. Step back. Right baseline. Pull-up jumper. Too long. Can't get it to go. Schroeder with the rebound. Quick home run pass to Cade Cunningham. He's got a running start against Mikal Bridges, and he gets the lefty finish to go. Cade Cunningham finishing in transition here tonight, and he's much more aggressive looking for his offense here tonight to start the game than he was the previous game in Game 1. Brunson bringing it down. He's already up to 8 points. He's now 4 for 6. Brunson has it up top. Quick crossover to his left on Schroeder. Driving it down, leans in, puts up the little pull-up jumper. In and out, can't get it to stay. Cunningham knocking the rebound away from Robinson, and he picks it up. Here comes Schroeder pushing it the other way. It's a 3-point game. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham putting his head down, attacking. Shoves it over to Paul Reed. Ball's knocked loose. He can't handle the pass. Brunson picks it up. It's a 4-on-3. Hit ahead. Bridges, a two-handed slam, and he gets it to go down. And now here comes Schroeder pushing it the other way. Schroeder has it up top. He's going to be picked up by Bridges. They get over to Harris, back to Schroeder. Josh Hart's going to switch on to him. Schroeder on the right wing. Bridges switches back. They throw it into Harris. This is fine. I'm good with Tobias Harris isolating on the right wing against Josh Hart. He's going to look to back him down. Backing him down. Leaning in. Fall away mid-range jumper. Gets it to go. That's a good shot from Tobias Harris right there. I'll live with that offense from them, though. I'll live with it. Here comes Jalen Brunson bringing it down. Brunson has it on the right wing. Directing some traffic. Beasley steps out to switch onto him. Brunson spinning, coming to his right. Splitting the defense, kicks it out. Bridges wide open right corner three. A beautiful pass, and we can't get these perimeter shots to go down. Y'all, we got to get some of these threes that are wide open. Cunningham down the lane, runs right into Brunson, and they call a blocking foul? Come on, man. It's a charge. We know this. Ref. We know this is a charge. Brunson has positioning. Standing there, waiting for it. Chi-Chi said, we need the Mitch and Cat lineup. Rim not being friendly. Come on. Yeah, Rim is not being friendly to the Knicks tonight. Too many shots either off the back rim or off the front of the rim or just short or bobbing in and out, halfway down, can't get it to stay. It's all right, because once the shots start falling down, you know the shots are going to start falling down at some point. Once the shots start falling down, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Mike said, here we go again. Mark said, challengeable? It is challengeable. It is challengeable. We'll see if they decide to use the challenge. But that is absolutely a charge. That is the clear-cut, most textbook definition of what a charge is. Brunson's backpedaling on defense in transition. He has defensive positioning already here. He doesn't slide left to right. He just stops, stands in front, outside of the restricted zone. Cunningham hits him right in the chest, which is a telltale sign that you are now invading the personal space of the defender. You hit me in my chest. That is on the offensive player for initiating the contact. That is a charge. That is a textbook charge. I don't know if they'll challenge it. But Mark said they're reviewing it. Good, good, good. Reverse this call. Definitely a charge. Jules said, that's clearly a charge. My good, what are they looking at? My God, what are they looking at? I don't know, man. Blocking charge calls are always the most difficult to officiate because it seems like every official has their own definition of what they deem is a charge. And to me, it's always been very simple. If the defensive player initiates contact and invades the space of a defender who has, who has established their space, then it's on the offensive player. Then you charged into the defensive player, right? If the defensive player is trying to get to a spot that the offensive player is trying to go to, and he's moving with the offensive player, then that's on the defensive player because you have to get there before the offensive player can get there. If you're both getting there at the same time, then you are blocking his path, and that's a foul. It's not that difficult. I feel like people try to make it more difficult than it is. The block charge call is not that difficult. It's not that difficult to officiate. You don't have to be stationary like some people try to say, oh, you can't be moving side to side or anything. No, it's natural. In full speed, in a basketball game, nobody's ever going to be completely stationary. Ever. So to expect a defensive player to do that in a fast-paced game, crazy. Justice's dad said the officials Curtis Blair, Josh Tiven, Scott Wardowski, and Ray Acosta. I'm not a fan of Josh Tiven. The fact that we know these officials, My name is crazy. Crazy. Keenar said they showed it again. It was a clear charge. They did call it a charge. They did reverse the call because the Knicks are bringing it down now. And then they call a foul on the Knicks. Moving screen on Robinson. Ball's going to go back to the Pistons. All right. The Knicks did use their challenge. They're talking about it now. They did use their challenge, and they did win the challenge. So that's a foul on Cunningham, by the way. That's one foul on Cunningham, who can deal with some foul trouble. Cunningham crosses over to his left down the lane. The Knicks show multiple defenders. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball's going back to the Knicks. Great defense from Campaign, who came over to help. By the way, Campaign, Deuce McBride have checked into the game. McBride will bring the ball down. McBride has it up top. The Knicks are with Campaign, Bridges, McBride, Anunoby, and Robinson. Very good defensive unit out right now. Bridges coming to his right up the Robinson screen, kicks it out to McBride, catches, pump fakes, driving to his left, a mid-range pull-up jumper from him. Too long, can't get it to go. Cunningham clears with the rebound, and now he's bringing it down. Home run pass hit ahead to Duren. Duren gets grabbed by Campaign. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Good foul from Campaign, but Robinson getting beat down the court that time. Gigi said we're missing too many shots. Way too many shots. Way too many shots. Very makeable shots that we're missing. Wide open threes. Wide open threes. Wide open mid-range shots. As Duren knocks down the first free throw. Mike said refs in need of an eye exam for sure. For sure. Keenan Hart said, so they got pissed and did a BS makeup call. Kind of. Kind of. They didn't even show it. The camera didn't even pan over to the Knicks offense before they blew the whistle yet again. So I can't even confirm whether or not Robinson was really moving on that screen that they called. McBride bringing it down against Ron Holland, who's pressuring full court. Hands it off to Anunoby. Hands it off to Shamet, who's just checked in for Bridges. As the Knicks turn it over again, Shamet and Anunoby were miscommunicating. Anunoby was cutting to the basket. Shamet thought he was popping out, and Shamet throws it away. Robin Schroll, dub Robin. 25-26 said those shots will start falling. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Shamet playing some good defense, denying the ball. They get it out to Duren. Duren hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham coming to his right. In and out dribble. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Over Anunoby, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Robinson able to grab it. Gets it out to Shamet. Shamet over to Campaign. Campaign pushing the pace. Has it up top the other way. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Putting his head down. Attacking in the lane. Tries to leave it off for Robinson. The ball's knocked loose. Going to remain with the Knicks, though, as Duren was the last to touch it. I said Cam driving without a license. Yeah, a little helter-skelter play right now from the Knicks with his backup unit. Not a traditional ball handler out there. Towns is going to check in for the final offensive possession here. He's going to check in for OG. Yeah, OG that rest. As Cunningham also subbed out, so Tibbs might be matching Anunoby's minutes with Cunningham's. Tobias Harris is going to check in. J.B. Biggerstaff may be matching Tobias Harris with Karl Anthony Towns, which is actually, objectively, a much funnier thing to do. Our Tobias Mamkalashvili's back in. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Mr. Disappear in a game. Tobias Harris. Robinson hands it off to Campaign. Campaign coming to his left, and he slips. Campaign being tied up. Saves it out to McBride. McBride's going to fire a right corner three. Can't get it to go. Robinson, an offensive rebound, kicks it back out to McBride. Shot clock winding down. The ball's knocked loose off of McBride, and the ball's going to go back the other way. With no Jalen Brunson in there, you're feeling it. You're definitely feeling the impact. I would argue that if you don't have Jalen Brunson in the game, it's kind of a must-have to at least have Josh Hart in the game. Anunoby's going to check back in. They subbed in Towns for the final offensive possession. They're going to put Anunoby back in for the final defensive possession. Cade Cunningham also came back in for the final offensive Detroit possession. Cunningham picked up his handle, and they say campaign push Schroeder. A late whistle from the refs because Schroeder took a dive. The foul on OG. Now it's a foul on Campaign. There's 3 fouls on Campaign. GG said 8 turnovers, 0 for 8 from 3 is not a good start. Yeah, and they're down by 5, although Schroeder is at the foul line for 2 free throws now. 0 for 8 from 3 is actually disgusting. You're not winning any game against any team. You could be playing the Washington Wizards right now. You can't go 0 for 8. And they've been on pretty good looks. McBride had a good look from 3 previously. Anunoby's had 2 or 3 good looks. Bridges had 2 or 3 good looks. And they haven't made any of them. Schroeder knocks down the first one. He's got one more coming. 1.9 on the clock. Jules said Schroeder sold that. Schroeder did sell the hell out of that, man. Campaign had his hand on his back, and Schroeder took a dive and slid out to half court. Schroeder knocks down both free throws. Hey, man, whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do. They get into the Campaign. Campaign tries to draw a foul. Good defense from the Pistons. And the end of our first quarter is going to be 25-18. A pretty poor shooting start from the Knicks. It's kind of disgusting. The three-point shot has completely abandoned them to start this game. Now, I don't expect that to continue all night. But even if it does, hey, man, you got to find a way to win. Got to find a way to win. Shot Collars, what's up, Shot Collars? Susan reminded people with the thumbs up. Absolutely. If you're in the chat right now and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, you haven't liked the stream, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. It is by far the best way to support this show. So I very much appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Bridges 3 for 6, but the 3 shots he missed, all from three-point range. Same with Anunoby. He's 1 for 5, and he's 0 for 3 from three-point range on pretty damn great looks. All 6 of these threes have been pretty wide open. Gotta knock some of these down. At least like 1 or 2 of them. Between your two, three-point threats, 0 for 6 is rough. It's a rough start on 6 open looks. All 6 of them were open looks. David Osh Jr., what's up, David? Brunson took 1-3. That was a bit of a heave at the end of the shot clock. He had to get it up. Not going to blame him for missing that 3, although I would like to see Towns maybe take some threes. He did start the game 3 for 3 from the field, which is nice, which is great. You love to see that. And then we got nothing from the bench. Nothing from the bench. Robinson did grab 2 rebounds. Did get 3 personal fouls from Campaign. A turnover from Payne, a turnover from McBride, and a turnover from Shamet is not what you want to see. And we talked about this all season long. The thing that could possibly sink the Knicks is their lack of a bench. I mean, just absolutely complete negatives from our 3 guys off the bench here between Payne, McBride, and Shamet. McBride went 0 for 2 from the field, but 3 turnovers between your bench guys coming in for the final 2 minutes of the quarter is rough. Very rough. You went 0 for 2, and your bench guys stacked up 3 turnovers and 3 personal fouls, which is like, guys, come on, chill, relax, you're good. You're going to be all right. DeLon Wright, get DeLon Wright in there. Now, Josh Hart, in his 10 minutes, 0 for 2 from the field, 2 boards, 2 assists. He's already played more minutes than he did the entirety of the first half in the last game. He played 7 minutes in the first half, the whole last game. And he's already played 10 minutes, 0 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. Going to need some more scoring out of Josh Hart. Jules said, yeah, a little sluggish, but they'll be fine. Got to start knocking down some shots. And even if the shot isn't there for you tonight, you have to dig deep and find a way to win. You're probably going to have to lean more on defense. And if you lean more on defense, expect more Mitchell Robinson, hopefully with Karl-Anthony Towns. We have yet to see that again here tonight. Actually, we did see it for 1 possession in that to end the first quarter. Victor Marquez, Kay Hazy, Michael Rogers was popping everybody. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? All right, here we go. Lionel Monas, what's up, Lionel? El Tigre, what's up, El Tigre? Lana Mona said, not a good first quarter for the Knicks. What's going on? They got great looks from three, and they didn't knock a single one of them down. 0 for 8 from three-point range is rough. 0 for 8 from three-point range is absolutely rough. Got to knock some of these open ones down. All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. Harris has it up top, being guarded by Towns. They get it over to Duren. Beasley fires a straightaway three off the screen. Can't get it to go. Duren an offensive rebound. Kicks it out. Harris wide open on the left wing on the relocation. Too long, can't get it to go. McBride with the rebound. By the way, we do have Robinson and Towns on the court at the same time. Exactly what we were asking for. McBride dancing around a Towns screen, driving to his left, stops at the foul line, pump fake, steps through, Scoublé with the right hand, gets it to go. Beautiful move from Deuce McBride. We finally got a bench point. Finally got some bench points. Here comes Schroeder bringing it down the other way, has it on the right wing. Quick crossover to his right, blows right past McBride to the basket. Scoublé can't get it to go, but they call the foul. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to send Schroeder. Oh, no, they call a goaltend. Call a goaltend on Towns. So 2 points for Schroeder and the Pistons. So here comes Cam Payne bringing it down the other way. Payne up top being guarded by Schroeder. We have Payne, McBride, Shamet along with Towns and Robinson. They throw it down low to Towns in the post, being guarded by Harris. This was an excellent matchup for the Knicks previously, and already Towns has started off 3 for 3 so far tonight. Fall-away jumper over Harris, don't like that shot. Long rebound, Robinson fighting for it, grabs it, kicks it out, McBride, pump fakes, kicks it out to Payne. Payne catches, he pump fakes, he's going to drive past the defense, flips it up to nobody. Robinson can't direct it in. A wild, horrific pass from Cam Payne. Robinson almost tipped it up and in anyway. And now Duren will bring it down the other way, hands it off to Beasley off the screen, puts up the straightaway three, and he splashes it. Nothing but net. You got to get Landry Shamet out of the game. He is not good at trailing Malik Beasley off these screens right now. McBride has it on the left wing. Being guarded by Schroeder. Swings through to his left, spins back, coming to his right. Dancing with it, now gets it over to Towns. Towns in the mid-post being guarded by Harris. Towns backing down Harris, backing him down, backing him down, backing him down in the paint. Puts up the righty hook, gets it to go down. A lot of contact, no foul call. And the High Vibe with a very generous super chat, my guy. What's up, High Vibe? Piston, Liston, no resistant, Nixon 5, Chef. Absolutely, High Vibe. I appreciate it. Schroeder has it up top, being guarded by McBride. Schroeder's going to pull it back out, now coming to his left off the Duren screen, driving it down. Fending off McBride as the defender. Mid-range pull-up jumper. In and out, can't get it to stay. Robinson, good box out on another rebound. Here comes Cam Payne. Shot out of a cannon coming down the left side of the court. Gets it over to Towns. Towns catches, pump fakes, driving to his left. A lot of hands from Harris. Come on, draw. Thank you. Thank you, ref. Blow that whistle, man. You're going to allow Tobias Harris to kung fu fight Karl-Anthony Towns out on the perimeter as he's driving it down? Keenan Hart said, Cam won last game, not tonight. Yeah, you're not going to expect it more than once. You're not going to expect it more than once in a series, right? We got the campaign game. We got the one. Towns has it in the high post on the left wing again, being guarded by Harris. Driving it down, spins to his right, puts up the hook shot. Can't get it to go. Robinson tip. Can't get it. Gets fouled by Holland. Mitchell Robinson beasting and feasting on the glass, doing exactly what we expect Mitchell Robinson to do. And I absolutely love the Towns-Robinson lineup against the Pistons here tonight. Again, in this whole series. Brunson's checked in for Cam Payne. So Brunson dancing around the Robinson screen on the right wing. A pull-up three off the screen. Line me up, Captain. Line me up, Cap. Brunson knocks down the pull-up three. Here comes Schroeder bringing it down the other way. Schroeder on the left wing being guarded by McBride. Up top to Harris. Harris being guarded by Towns. Coming to his right off the Duren screen. Going right at Robinson. He's able to bank it in through the contest of Robinson. A beautiful move from Tobias Harris. Who is this guy? Who even is Tobias Harris anymore? McBride bringing it down. Being guarded by Holland. McBride has it up top. Directing some traffic. Dancing with it. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson fakes the handoff to Brunson. Now hands it off to McBride. Great defense from the Pistons. McBride down the lane. Can't get it to go. Robinson able to save it. Kicks it out. Brunson another one. Line me up another one. 2 in a row for the captain. Like I said, he's coming out firing to start the game. I said it earlier and I say it again. Jalen Brunson, 4 for 6 from the field. Knocked down the last 2 threes for the Knicks. Schroeder's going to look to answer on the left wing. Oh, and he does. Lacing one from the left wing from 3. And here comes Brunson quickly trying to push it the other way. Brunson on the right wing being guarded by Schroeder. Playing off the Robinson screen, dancing around it, coming to his right. in the right corner. Another step back, 3 in a row. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Harris with the rebound. A little bit of a heat check. Didn't like that shot, but it's a little bit of a heat check. They get it over to Beasley. Beasley extra pass to Holland. Holland attacking Towns. Flopping, and he draws the foul. Come on, ref. Don't reward the flop. Don't reward the flop. These refs are rewarding the flop. Susan said the refs are from Michigan. 8 on 5 like usual. 8 on 5 like usual. Gigi said bench not giving us anything. I mean, Robinson doing his thing. But, you know, you're not going to expect offense from Robinson. You're going to need either one of Campaign, Schroeder. Geez, Louise, I'm all over the place. One of Campaign, Shamet, or McBride to come through for you. And all three of those guys, big old nothing so far tonight. McBride did have the nice layup earlier, and that was cool, but nothing from Payne. Absolutely not a single thing from Shamet, who now subs out. 8 minutes to go. Cunningham subs back in along with OG. Josh Hart also back in along with Bridges. The starting five out there yet again. Beasley puts up the mid-range jumper over Bridges. Can't get it to go, but they call the foul on Bridges. And come on, man. We getting called for these little ticky-tack fouls. Whole lot of kung fu fighting on the other end as well. Come on, man. Come on. Relic. What's up, Relic? Keenan Harden said Mitchie 6 boards. I mean, he's doing his job. It's literally his job. Come in off the bench, do your thing in terms of defend the rim, grab offensive rebounds, grab defensive rebounds, box out well the way we know you do, and kick it out to the shooters. He's doing his job off the bench. Nobody else off the bench is helping him out so far tonight. Jose, what's up, Jose? Beasley goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. And a 9-point lead for the Detroit Pistons has opened up. Knicks, 0 free throws so far. Bridges bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Beasley. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing. Swings through to his right, down the lane, leans in, fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go as he came up short. Cunningham with the weak side rebound, pushing it the other way. Hit ahead to Schroeder. Now over to Harris. Extra pass. Beasley wide open in the right corner. Can't get that one to go. Fight for the rebound, and Tobias Harris tips it up and in for a double-digit lead for the Detroit Pistons here, 39-28. Brunson bringing it down on the right wing. Dancing around a Towns screen. Gets it over the top to Towns. Towns being guarded by Harris. Towns faces up, coming to his left. Looking for some help. Nobody comes over, so he's going to look to take it himself. Down the lane, kicks it out to Josh Hart in the right corner. He's going to pump fake, drive it in on Paul Reed. Kicks it back out the Bridges. A mid-range jumper from him, and he gets it to go down. A little bit of a release valve there. Okay, cool. Cool. Here comes Cunningham bringing it down the other way, coming off a screen. A pull-up three on the left wing for Cunningham, and he splashes that thing, laces it, as the Knicks aren't attentive enough. Anunoby, if you're going to come off that screen, fight through the screen. Anunoby saying they're holding me on the screen. I can see him over there complaining to the ref out of the corner. Brunson on the right wing, attacking a double team as Paul Reed rips it out of his hands, throws it ahead, and Bridges beats Schroeder to the ball, hit ahead to Brunson, now over to Anunoby, shoves it over to Towns, and Towns throws down the one-handed slam. Beautiful decision from OG Anunoby as Cade Cunningham was coming down the lane looking for a chase down block. Smart move from OG. He said, I'm not dealing with that. Towns, you dunk it down. I don't like some of the ticky-tack fouls we're getting called for right now, but got to play through it. Got to play through it. Down 9 now. Down 10. Is it down 10? My score wrong? It is wrong. 41-32. 9-point game. Back to playing catch-up. Not where you want to be. But, hey, man. Hey, man. None of the shots are falling. We have 2 threes. Both of them came from Brunson in back-to-back possessions. So outside of that, perimeter shots not going down whatsoever. Overall, they're 15 for 36 from the field and 2 for 11 from three-point range, and they haven't taken any free throws. As for the Pistons, they're 3 for 8 from 3, 16 for 30 from the field for 53%, comparison to the Knicks who are shooting 41%. And they're 6 for 6 from the foul line, taking obviously 6 free throws, but the Knicks have taken 0, which is not great. Not great. Rebounding battle, 20 for the Pistons already, and 14 for the Knicks. So the Knicks already in a deficit in the rebounding battle. Any stocks? Knicks with 4 steals, 0 blocks. Pistons with 1 steal and 3 blocks. So about tied in that department. Turnovers, Knicks with 6, Pistons with 7, so about tied. And it all equates to a 9-point deficit for the Knicks. But the offense, chugging along. Bench gave them nothing. Now the starters have to come back in and end this first half strong. Last 6 minutes of the quarter here, got to end it strong. Mike said, told you refs needed high exams all around. Keno Jorge said, it's all about the three-point shooting like it has been all season. Yeah, look, man, they got open looks for OG, who was a 39% three-point shooter and was on fire to end the year. They got wide open looks for Bridges, who was a 38% three-point shooter and was ticking up as the season was going on. Got wide open looks for those guys, and they're 0 for 6. We already know, we talked about it, Tom Thibodeau is not going to run any action to get Karl-Anthony Towns open from three-point range. So he's going to have to take and make some very, very tough threes, some well-contested threes, unless we get an offensive rebound and kick out. But we've already used up the Robinson-Towns lineup. Don't expect to see that again. Tom Thibodeau is going to run the starting lineup until the end, especially considering that we got nothing from Payne, didn't get much from McBride, got absolutely zero from Shamet, who's just gone absent. He's gone absent in this series, right? Was non-existent in game one, non-existent again here tonight, despite his absolutely Human Torch-esque finish to the regular season, where it felt like that guy can't miss. Oh man, we're really gonna be able to use that in the playoffs. And where has it gone? Where has it gone? Who knows? High Vibe said still very, very early. Oh, we're gonna be all right. But the goal right now, end the quarter strong, end the first half strong. We got 6 minutes to go, 6.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, 41-32. Nothing's falling down from the perimeter outside of those two Brunson threes. So you either got to lead with your defense and have your defense generate some easy offense from you, or hopefully the shots start to fall down at some point. So, I said, boy, I wish we had Grimes. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Dallas wished they had Grimes. The Knicks probably still wish they had Grimes. Sometimes young guys, they need to go out and see what's out there before they finally settle in and realize who they are. But, all right, here we go. We're back into it. No, they did change this. I had the score right. They were the ones who had the score wrong. It's 42-32. Hardaway Jr. throws it inside to Thompson, catches under the basket, pulling it back out. Josh Hart digs down and steals the ball away. And a loose ball foul on Thompson. That's 2 fouls on Thompson. Little frustration foul from Thompson. Thompson, that's only his second foul. Nobody in foul trouble tonight from either side outside of, Campaign. But, But let's see how the Knicks handle their offensive woes here to end the half. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. Brunson gets it over to Bridges. Bridges gets it out to Towns. Towns on the left wing. Gets a nice, decent look. Gets blocked by Paul Reed. Extra great effort from Paul Reed there. I'll run out and get a great block on Karl-Anthony Towns' three-point attempt. I don't think I've seen Towns get blocked from three all season long. Wow. So Brunson's going to inbound it. Gets it in to Josh Hart. Back to Brunson. Brunson up top. Coming to his right. Step back. Right wing three from JB. A tough shot. Oh, my goodness. Jalen Brunson. All three of the Knicks' three-point shots have come from the captain, Jalen Brunson. Can somebody else step up and make a perimeter shot for us, please? Cunningham dancing with it against Bridges. Goes reverse layup against him, and he gets it to go. And Cade Cunningham is hooping here tonight. He said, not 2 in a row, baby. Not 2 in a row. They get it down low to Anunoby being guarded by Cunningham, backing him down, spins towards the baseline, loses it, picks it back up. They're digging down 2 defenders. He gets caught in the air, tries to kick it out to Towns. Thompson able to save it. And Reed, he turns it over as Bridges picks it back up. And then Paul Reed fouls Brunson out on the perimeter. Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? Duran and Harris check back in for the final minute and a half. Good minutes from Paul Reed. I was expecting the Paul Reed minutes to be an absolute disaster, with the Pistons getting great contributions from a lot of their bench guys, as opposed to the Knicks, who outside of Mitchell Robinson getting absolute negatives, not just like invisible play, absolute negative play. Brunson on the right wing, isolated against Harris, dribbles it off his own foot, out of bounds, ball going back to the Pistons. Not what you want to see. Cunningham bringing it down, hit ahead to Harris. Harris back to Cunningham, driving to his right, puts it up. Can't get the little floater to go, but he draws the foul on Anunoby. And the Pistons have absolutely changed the way. And also, Cunningham has been a lot more aggressive, but they've changed the way they're getting the ball to Cade Cunningham right now. Cunningham is doing a lot of hit-aheads, a lot of off-ball work where he's coming off for handoffs. And if he can get away from Anunoby started off the game doing a great job of denying Cunningham the ball, but now, as the game's going on, Anunoby's getting a little bit more tired. Cunningham's turning it up just another notch, and he's able to break free from Anunoby's hold, and he's going very quickly. He knocks down the first free throw, and he's able to get these handoffs and get some space, and not just some space, but also a runway to the basket where he's able to draw fouls and finish, or force mismatches where either a Josh Hart or a Mikal Bridges are going to switch onto him. He's been fantastic tonight. And he knocks down both free throws. Mitchell Robinson subs back in for Towns here. A 14-7 run for them. They've taken now an 11-point lead, ties their largest lead of the game, under 5 minutes to go. Josh Hart has it up top to get it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, spins back to his left, dancing with it against Thompson. Now coming to his right up the Robinson screen, gets some space, inside pass to Robinson, catches, kicks it over out to Josh Hart, but Josh Hart wasn't standing in the corner. He cut to the basket for some reason, and Robinson just tried to whip it in the corner, and he turns it over. Cunningham coming to his left, spinning to his right. Josh Hart guarding him. He's going to pull it all the way back out. Cunningham's going to look to isolate, dancing with it. Crosses over to his right, leaning in, puts up the tough floater off glass. Can't get it to go. They call a foul. What is that? What is that? That's, unless they call the foul and Anunoby reaching over, that's not a foul on Josh Hart. That's not a foul on Josh Hart. Unless they call the foul on Anunoby, who was in the vicinity, maybe he reached in and they call the foul on the reach. But that is a foul on OG. Not a foul on Josh Hart. It was a foul on OG on the reach. Okay. Cunningham knocks down another free throw. You know, I said they called it after the rebound was already grabbed. Slim Slam said he should have benched Josh for Mitch. Yeah. Josh Hart. Rough game for him. Cunningham knocks down 2 more free throws, giving them a 13-point lead now, 48-35. They've taken 10 free throws this half to the Knicks, 0. Brunson coming to his right, in and out dribble, driving it down along the baseline, kicks it out to Josh Hart, extra pass to OG. OG's driving to his right, spins to his left, down the lane, scoop layup, gets it to go. Here comes Cunningham, gets it over to Harris. Harris directing traffic. On the left wing, being guarded by Brunson on a mismatch. He's going to look to exploit it. Harris backing him down, inside pass to Thompson. Thompson pump fake, spins, across the lane, low pull-up jumper, in and out, can't get it to stay. Duren knocks it out, but Anunoby able to grab. He's going to go one-on-one against Cunningham. Kicks it out the last second. Josh Hart able to grab it. A lot of contact, and he throws it away. Josh, what is that? They get it out the Hardaway in transition for a 3. Too long, can't get it to go. Harris with the offensive rebound. Get Josh Hart out of this game right now. I don't know who you want to put in. Cunningham to the basket, can't get the finish over Robinson. A lot of contact, no fouls called. Here comes Bridges bringing it down to 4-on-2. They leave it off for Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, driving it down, kicks it out. Josh Hart wide open, left corner 3. Splashes it. All right, Josh. Somebody other than Brunson hit a perimeter shot. Now back down to an 8-point game, 48-43 minutes to go. We need to close the quarter strong, guys. Cunningham bringing it down, being guarded by Anunoby. Cunningham gets it into Duren. Duren in the high post on the right wing, being guarded by Robinson. And they call a foul, Mitchell Robinson. Reaching, out on the perimeter. What you doing that for, big dog? And I think they said the Knicks are over the limit, so is that 2 free throws for Duren? Anyway, we get a timeout, so we'll figure it out after the timeout break. Hattie, what's up, Hattie? MBM said 0 free throws. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, MBM. There's definitely been a lot of contact. Definitely been a lot of contact on the Knicks side as well. 0 free throws, kind of crazy. Nas Delan, what's up, Nas Delan? Josh Hart avoided a lot of slander by knocking down that three. He got 3 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Which is, it's all right. It's all right. Not great. It's all right. Robinson with 4 offensive rebounds already. He's doing his part, man. He's literally doing his job. His job is to go out there, protect the rim, and grab offensive rebounds. He's done those 2 things at a good level tonight. 4 minutes from campaign, he gave us nothing. But 3 fouls and a turnover, which is not great. Get him out of there. And he was wildly erratic. McBride, 1 for 4 from the field. Knocked down a little nice layup, a rebound, turnover. We've gone through this already. Landry Shaman, nothing. Absolutely invisible. Had the 1 turnover where he threw it over the nobody. Shaman, I don't know what happened to him, but get him out of here. DeLon Wright. Welcome to the lineup, DeLon Wright. Welcome to the rotation, DeLon Wright. That's he's the guy I wanted over Shaman to begin with, but then Shaman ended the season spectacularly, knocking down threes all over the place. But he looks scared, and he's supposed to be a veteran. He looks nervous out there right now. Mike said we can't keep on playing catch up in these games; they'll catch up on us. Yeah, I mean, look. We watched 82 games of this team. This is definitely the Knicks games tend to go one of 2 ways, right? They either build up a big, long lead, nice big lead, because they're making their perimeter shots early in the game, and they build up a nice 15, 20-point lead even some nights, and they tend to give it back. And then they either end up in a dogfight, or if they're playing a great team, they end up losing, right? Or, a night like tonight, they tend to go down because they can't make any perimeter shots, and then you have to fight your way out of it. And it's either going to come because the shots finally start to go down for them, or they start picking up their defense, and their defense is going to lead the offense at some point. But Gigi said, not feeling Josh's vibe. I'm going to have to call a 15-0 again. Yeah. MBM said, Detroit playing perfect according to the refs. Knicks still in reach. Yeah, I mean, they're still in reach for sure. They're definitely not out of it. Definitely not out of it, that's for sure. But 0 free throws for the Knicks in the first half is pretty crazy considering, they drive it to the basket too. It's not like they're not driving it to the basket. I said, sure, why not DeLon? Nobody other than Mitch is giving us anything off the bench. Tom Thibodeau's going to stick with his guys, man. These are the guys that got him here this season, so he's going to stick with them. The thing about this, though, is that it's not like the regular season where the next game is always right around the corner. You got 4 losses and you're out in any given round. So you can't really afford to not try anything and everything. Doug Press said, we're coming, don't worry. Not worried about it yet. If they go down 15, I'm going to start sweating a little bit. But down 9 right now, with the Knicks not having any free throws and not making any threes outside of Brunson and that one that Josh Hart just made, still feel pretty good about it. Duren knocks down both free throws, now down by 10. Brunson bringing it down against Schroeder. Brunson has it up top. Get it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Hardaway. Bridges dancing with it. They're trying to get it to Brunson, but they're not getting anything. Brunson gets it in the high post on the left wing. Shot clock winding down in the lane. High floater. Gets it to go. Got knocked down by Duren. No foul call. Mark said, call a damn foul. No foul call. You could just knock our point guard all over the floor. and apparently that's legal now. But here we go. Dennis Schroeder has it up top to get it over to Duren. Duren being guarded by Robinson. Spinning to his left. Hands it off to Cunningham. Coming to his right. Down the lane. Gets caught in the air. Kicks it out to Harris. Catch and fires over Brunson. Harris out of the corner. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Shot out of a cannon. Pushing the pace the other way. Leaves it off for Bridges. Bridges pump fakes. Driving to his right. Now crossing over to his left. Now back up top to Josh Hart. And they get it back to Bridges in the mid-post. Right wing. Being guarded by Hardaway. backing him down, spins along the baseline, fall-away jumper, comes up short, but gets a nice friendly bounce. The Cade Cunningham bounce. Mikal Bridges gets a nice friendly roll as he gets that one to go down, and the defense is leading the offense now. 6-point game. Schroeder spins going along the baseline. Brunson does a good job shutting him off. Schroeder pulls it back out, now out to Duren, now back to Schroeder. He catches, pump fakes, coming to his left. Mid-range jumper for Schroeder, splashes it. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way, looking to answer. Brunson on the right wing, being guarded by Schroeder. He's saying, get out of my way. I'm going to go one-on-one against Schroeder. He can't guard me. Backing him down, spinning to his left, puts up the floater off glass. Can't get that one to go. Duren with the rebound. And again, no foul call on the Schroeder. Getting very physical with Brunson in the post. Harris now going to get physical with Bridges in the post. And they kick it out. Cunningham catches, fires a three. Can't get it to go. Anunoby snatches the rebound. Here comes Brunson pushing it the other way. Still an 8-point game. Trying to get those 2 points back, trying to get it back to 6. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges, the right corner three. Line me up, Mikal. I said expect a good game from Mikal Bridges tonight. He's gonna give us what we need. And here he comes. 5 straight points. Scored the last 2 baskets for the Knicks. And it's 52-47. Cunningham on the right wing being guarded by Josh Hart. Eyeing him down. Josh Hart poking at the ball, almost turns it over, throws it over the top to Harris. Harris able to save it. Anunoby on him. He's driving to his right. They show 2. They get it out to Cunningham. Jab step coming to his right, down the lane. Trips, and they call the foul on the Knicks. I don't even know what else to say, yo. I don't even know what else to say. Cunningham just, tripping and falling over. And then they call the foul on the Knicks. And it's like, hey, we tripping and falling over on the other side too, man. We tripping and falling over on the other side too. Expect some makeup calls in the second half. As Cunningham misses a free throw because the ball don't lie. You know we love when our opponents misses free throws. We love it. We love it. Come on, man. It's been a while since I saw the officiating this slanted. This is a little too obvious from the refs. They got to give the Knicks a couple of calls. Come on. Come on. They got 0 free throws, and it's not like they're not driving to the basket right now. Cunningham knocks down the second free throw. 53-47, a 6-point game. They get it into Brunson. Brunson's going to bring it down. Schroeder's going to try to apply some pressure full court. Brunson on the right wing. Being guarded by Schroeder. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Brunson backing him down. And they call a foul on Schroeder. Finally, they get a call, and Schroeder is incredulous as he runs down the other end. Omar Murray said it's 5 versus 8 out there. 5 versus 8. We can't knock down a perimeter shot to save our lives. and it's a 6-point game. So Brunson's finally going to take our first free throws of the night. Just knock both of them down. Then, right? Knocks down the first one. All right. Got the second one coming. Brunson's up to 16 points in the first half here. Not a ton of help outside of JB and Mikal Bridges right now. Jalen Brunson being serenaded with MVP chants right now. Garden is letting him know how appreciative we are of the captain showing up and showing out here tonight. Brunson goes 2 for 2 from the foul line. You love to see it. Thanks for knocking down your free throws, JB. And it's 53-49. It's a 4-point game. 15 seconds to go to end the clock. Cunningham and the Pistons will have it for what presumably should be the final possession of the quarter. Cunningham has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his right. Pump fakes. Driving to his left now. Down the lane. Puts it up. Gets it to go over Anunoby and Robinson. Beautiful shot from Cunningham. Great defense. Better offense. Bridges bringing it down. Half-court heave. Comes up just short. Just short from Mikal Bridges as he can't get it to go down. A 6-point lead for Detroit there. Felt like the Knicks survived that first half. Was not a great first half. All around, we'll go through it now and look at the box score and talk about it, although we've been talking about it all night so far. So 55-49. Slim Slam said, we about to bang out. Hopefully we can knock down some shots, man. Jules said these refs should be working at McDonald's. I told y'all, when y'all told me, I forgot who put it in the chat. I think it was Justice's dad. When you told me the list of names of the officials officiating tonight, I told you, I don't like Josh Tiven. I think Josh Tiven is a poor official. I don't think he officiates very good games. I think he's very inconsistent. And that is the thing that frustrates me the most is inconsistency. I know we don't like Scott Foster. I know that is a thing. Like, Scott Foster sucks. Scott Foster's terrible. He's the worst. Scott Foster, to me, is at least consistent. If it's a physical game, he's going to let y'all be physical. If it's a tightly contested game, he's going to let y'all play it and call it consistently both sides, right? So it's frustrating to watch Scott Foster games sometimes, but at least he's consistent. These other dudes, I don't know about him, man. I don't know. Charlie said, what is the win-loss record of that coat you're wearing? We got this coat last season, and the win-loss with the coat on last season was pretty damn good, Charlie. It was pretty damn good last season. This season, don't remember, because after the All-Star break, we kind of retired the outfits for a little bit, just because if the Knicks were at the 3 seed, and we knew we were going to stay at the 3 seed, so in terms of like big games, kind of took a nosedive, so it was like, all right, we're going to chill out for the rest of the regular season. So I don't remember what the win-loss record is for this. I think it's pretty good. I do know the win-loss record for the Red Velvet is terrible. It's terrible. But we did pick up the win last night with the Red Velvet on, so. Knicks fan, what's up, Knicks fan? My pin score says 49-0. Boy, I wish. NBM said, glad that half is over. Refs need a tutorial. Man, it was a rough half for sure. AP said, we only got 2 points off the bench. Only 2 points off the bench, AP. Shamit, Campaign, and McBride, rough stints in that first half, man. Very rough stints from those guys. Sharon McLean said, in perfect position to win. We can get anything from the bench outside of Mitchell Robinson, who's not going to give us scoring, but he's giving us everything else Mitchell Robinson's going to give. If we can get some scoring off the bench from one of those 3 guys, the Knicks are going to be in good position to win it. If some of these perimeter shots that we're getting start to fall, like Mikal Bridges hit a 3, Josh Hart hit a 3, Brunson's hit 3 threes. Outside of that, and a whole lot of nothing from our three-point shooting. So if some of the three-point shots can start to go down between Towns and Anunoby, Bridges can continue to knock down some shots. I think we'll be in a good spot. And then maybe if the officials put their glasses on, or maybe put their new prescription, their contacts back in, or something, because they were clearly not watching that side of the ball. But they started to call some fouls towards the end of the half there. Brunson obviously getting very fired up after the official finally called a foul for him. So, Keenar said, I'm being too lenient. There's no way a crew this bad should be rewarded with playoff assignments. Oh, the refs? No, I don't like this officiating crew. I was talking about a different officiating crew. This officiating crew has been bad tonight. They've been very bad. They've been very one-sided, which is rough. I do think that they want to try and allow them to play physically, but these refs look like they're still in regular season mode, man. It just, and look, we're all biased. We're all watching it with our orange and blue colored glasses, so every single time we feel like we're getting fouled and we're not getting the call, it amplifies it a little bit more when on the other end, it feels like they're getting every call that they want. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for sure, but. Buzzer Beater, what's up, Buzzer Beater? Charlie said, start Cam in the third for an energy boost? I don't know, not with what we saw from Campaign in the first half. Not with what we saw in the first half from Campaign. Justice's dad said 11 assists only. All right. So Bridges finally knocked down a 3, which was great. He's 1 for 5 now from three-point range. He's up to 13 points. He's our second leading scorer outside of, obviously, the captain, Jalen Brunson. Towns is 5 for 8 from the field, which is nice. Wish he could take some more threes, because we're gonna need some threes. Only 2 rebounds for Towns tonight. They're doing a good job of keeping him off the glass. They're also not bringing double teams over and allowing him to be a playmaker. So they're just limiting him to scoring the ball. And he's doing that in a nice clip. 5 for 8 from the field is solid, but just feel like you need more from Towns, who only played 14 minutes in that first half. Only 14 minutes. He and Mitchell Robinson played the exact amount of minutes. 14 minutes in the first half for Mitchell Robinson. If you're going to, we talked about it, Mitchell Robinson is really effective in this series because of Duren and Harris, and Cunningham likes to drive the ball, but he's not that great of a finisher. His finishing percentages this year weren't very good. So if you have Robinson in there to deter him at the basket, make him settle for like these short mid-range jumpers, he's knocking them down tonight, and he normally knocks those down. But if you have Anunoby chasing or Bridges chasing, and you could force him to go all the way to the basket and go up against Robinson's contest, then I feel pretty good about that. They did that only a couple of times in the first half in terms of forcing him to the basket, which is why I'm sure Tom Thibodeau is leaning heavily on Mitchell Robinson tonight so far. But if that's the case, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. But you got to have him out on the court at the same time. Got to give Josh Hart a bit of a breather, especially when you take into account that Josh Hart, he hasn't been good. He hasn't been awful. He hasn't been terrible. He's got, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. So he's filling up the stat sheet the way he normally does. But, it's still, at that point, I'd rather have Mitchell Robinson and Towns out there at the 4 and kind of use Towns in the Josh Hart role, and then have Mitchell Robinson in the Towns role of being the center and being the deterrent at the rim. So, Joseph Nelson, what's up, Joseph? Relic said the bench is going to wake up and get hot. Can Landry Shamet do something other than turn the ball over? That'd be nice if Shamet can do something but turn the ball over. Normally we kill Tibbs for his rotations, and in the playoffs, all bets are off. Play your starters 40-plus minutes each. I don't care because it's playoff time. But 5 minutes for Shamet, 6 minutes for McBride, 4 minutes for Payne is justified. They were awful. They were bad. They were so bad. I would argue that they weren't in a very good lineup configuration. Tom Thibodeau just kind of threw all 3 of those guys out there together with Mitchell Robinson and with OG Anunoby. So where the hell is the shot creation going to come from? I think that was a bad lineup by Tom Thibodeau, but it was exasperated by the fact that all 3 of those guys just looked wildly overmatched in that scenario. Keenan Hart said Champagne has been stale Budweiser, as I said before. AB said Tom Thibodeau, he's going to play them 52 minutes. He's coaching for his basketball life here. Yeah, and I'm fine with it because it's the playoffs, and if you look at the box scores of every other team, they're playing their guys into the high 30s, into the low 40s. Kawhi Leonard the other day played 42 minutes. That's a guy with extensive injury history. Even when he's healthy, you're nervous his knee's going to flare up and he's going to be done. So, I'm down with playing our guys 40-plus minutes each. But, if you're going to lean on Mitchell Robinson, which I agree with. I agree with leaning on Big Mitch because he's been very good tonight. 6 rebounds, an assist. He didn't score, which, I'd like if he could score. Just chip in a couple of points every now and again, Big Mitch. But he's literally doing the thing you expect Mitchell Robinson to do. But having him in and not Towns in just doesn't feel like the answer. You have to have both of these guys in. And Josh Hart is the odd man out. So let's see if Tom Thibodeau has it in him to bench Josh Hart a little bit. I love Josh. And I think he's been fine tonight. Hasn't been good, but he hasn't been bad, right? I don't know how I would describe Josh Hart. It's been a mixed bag. How many times is he going to jump into the air and then throw the ball to nobody and hope somebody grabs it? He's done that 3 or 4 times tonight, which is crazy. But I just give me a heavy dose of Robinson and Towns in the lineup together. Just give that to us then. Get Josh Hart out of the lineup. We all love Josh Hart. But if you have Robinson in there, you also can't have Josh Hart. You can't have 2 non-shooters. They're going to load up on Towns. They're going to load up on Brunson. Bridges and Anunoby aren't going to get any 3s. Can't have both of those guys in there. With that being said, let's look at the Pistons real quick. Mike said OG getting beat by Cade. They're utilizing Cade in a different way tonight. Beautifully executed by the Pistons and JB Biggerstaff and the coach. And Cade Cunningham himself, where he's off ball a lot and they're doing a lot of hit heads where Cade is going to run back to get the ball, and it's real difficult to deny the ball there. In the half court, Anunoby's doing a great job of staying on top of him, and if he gives the ball up, Anunoby's doing a great job of not allowing him to get the ball back, but the Pistons just adapted to it, right? They made an adjustment. Now the Knicks need to respond here in the second half to see what they do in adjustment to that. What you can do is take OG off of Cunningham and put like Josh Hart or Bridges on him, and then when they try to do that hit-ahead with him and Harris or him and Duren, then you just switch it, which is why I would lean more into Robinson and Towns and would just tell them, like, hey, Towns, if you're going to switch on the Cunningham, then switch on the Cunningham, you know, and because he's long enough to contest, slide your feet, get him going to the basket. Mitchell Robinson will be there because he's on a Duren, and so he could leave him and go contest at the rim if he has to. Now Zalon said OG can also help with scoring. Yeah, OG not giving us a whole lot tonight offensively either. He's 0 for 3 from three-point range. Hasn't had too many shot attempts outside of that. He's 2 for 6 overall, 4 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, a steal. Need more from OG for sure. Mr. New York, what's up, Mr. New York? Keenan Hart said, who is Kevin MC anyway? Kevin MC? Who's Kevin MC? Are we talking about McCullough? My man McCullough? Chichi said, all of that is meaningless if the bench ain't going to give us nothing. Yeah, you need something from the bench. You're right about that. You need something from the bench. But if you just lean heavily onto your starters and have Mitchell Robinson come in and play a heavy dose, you could still win this game. You for sure can still win the game, even with no bench. Yak said, we were sloppy, didn't get to the foul line, and both will change in the second half. Very true, Yak. No free throw attempts outside of the Brunson final possession where they finally just were like, damn, all right, here's your 2 free throws. Like, golly, you going to keep complaining? Like, yes, please, blow your whistles, call a foul. Live Rich Music, what's up, Music? I think Brunson needs to be more of a facilitator for OG and Cat so he can find his self more easy plays along the game. It would be great if Anunoby can knock down a shot. They did. He was a facilitator to start the game. Live Rich Music, he was. He got Anunoby 3 butt-naked, wide-open 3-point shots, and he missed all 3 of them. He got Bridges 3 wide-open shots, and he missed all 3 of them. And so Brunson put the Superman cape on because it's the playoffs, and he can't play around. He was a facilitator. He was, and nobody made a shot. So he said, all right, I'm going to do it myself. You know, if Brunson doesn't go into Superman mode, this is a 15-point deficit, not a 6-point deficit. You know, and with that being said, he still wound up with 4 assists. Still, somehow we made enough shots where he wound up with 4 assists. Because all of Towns' baskets have pretty much been out of isolation in the post against Harris. Bridges finally knocked down some shots to end the half, which was great to see. Knocked down a 3, which is good. Maybe he takes the lid off the basket, and we can start knocking down some 3-point shots. Because again, Anunoby had 3 wide open looks. Bridges, of these 5 looks, we're going to take 1 of them out of there because it was the half-court heave that he just chucked up. He's 1 for 4. The 3 that he missed were absolutely wide open as well, and he missed them. And Josh Hart hit a corner 3, and then Brunson hit the other 3 threes that we made. In total, 5 threes is not enough and a half. Need some more than that. The Pistons as well have only hit 4 threes, so the Knicks have caught up in the 3-point shooting game. Beasley's 1 for 3, which feels like a little bit of a godsend. Schroeder's 1 for 2, Cunningham's 1 for 2, Tim Hardaway's 0 for 2, Harris 1 for 3. But they play like a traditional non-shooting lineups with Duren and Thompson sharing the court a lot together. They have Paul Reed out there tonight. Ron Holland played 5 minutes. So they don't have a ton of shooters out there as opposed to the Knicks where outside of Robinson and Hart, everybody can shoot threes, right? And even Josh Hart, like, we're all begging him to shoot some more threes. So. Hart said, yes, we need more offensive activity from Towns and a few foul calls when Harris hacks him. Yeah. It's crazy because you are allowed to be extremely physical in the post with no foul calls. It's crazy, right? So guys like Brunson who for a guard likes to play out of the post, and Towns obviously playing out of the post because he's going up against Harris. They're just allowing him to like kung fu fight down there, put two hands on him, push him, shove him, and it's like, come on, man. Gotta blow a whistle at some point. Yeah, like I said, too big looked good again. We need a few minutes more. Yeah. Gigi said, changing the subject, I'm hearing the Knicks are pulling something together to steal Nikola Jovic from the Heat. I like Jovic. I liked him coming out of the draft. I like him in the minutes he's been on the Heat. I don't know how they do that and how they pull that off, brother. Don't know how they do that and how they pull that off, and that is off-season questions anyway. So we are in the midst of a battle. Susan reminded people to thumbs up. Appreciate you, Susan. Yes, you're in the stream right now. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up button for the second half here. The Knicks got to go on a big old run and pull themselves together a little bit. Defense has been fine enough. I'd like them to tick up the defense just a little bit more and get a body on Cade Cunningham. He had 20 points in that first half on 7 for 12 shooting. But outside of that, we're going to be all right. Gigi said, why is Cat spending so much time on the bench? Because Tom Thibodeau is liking what Robinson's bringing, and he just isn't leaning enough into the double big lineup. You got to lean into the double big lineup, Tibbs, if you're going to have Robinson out there, because you also need Towns out there. You need them both. Tim Hardaway Jr. coming off the screen, fires the three, comes up short. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Bridges. Three-point shooting is also a ban in the Pistons, but like we talked about, they don't have the quality of shooters that the Knicks have. Outside of Beasley, Hardaway is very streaky. They don't have the shooters that the Knicks do. Brunson down the lane, a lot of contact, no foul call. Those were fouls you were calling in the first half. No foul call there from the Knicks, for the Knicks. Okay, so it's going to continue again here in the second half. Hardaway's going to fire another three. He's going to miss another one. Josh Hart comes in for a nice strong rebound over Duren. He's going to push it the other way. Coming to his left, over the top pass to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Harris. He's going to pull it back out to the three-point line up top to Towns. Towns being guarded by Hardaway. He's going to face up. Don't shoot this. Attack. There you go. Towns has it. He's going to tell him to clear out. He's going to take him into the post, backing him down. They bring two, and Towns just loses it out of bounds. But Detroit touched it last, so it's going to stay with the Knicks. At least. It's going to stay with the Knicks. AP said, these quality shooters need to start making them. Yes, they do, AP. Yeah, they do. Starting with OG. I need OG to make some, because at least Bridges hit one. Brunson's 3 for 5. As he launches another one here, a deep one. In and out, can't get that one to stay. Duren with the rebound. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham bringing it down on the left wing. Coming to his left. Attacking Towns. Off the bounce. Step back. Fall away baseline jumper. Gets it to go. Cade Cunningham. Oof. Getting to his spots and knocking him down here today. Not forcing it. He's been spectacular. Got 22. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Hardaway. Get it over to Towns. Towns on the left wing. They leave him open. He's going to fire a three. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. We need Towns to start knocking down some threes as well. That's a good look right there. Harris bringing it down against Bridges, who steps up to guard him. Pulling it back out. Has it on the left wing. Dancing with it. Harris kicks it out to Cunningham. Cunningham up top. Quick crossover to his left on OG. Driving it down past him to the basket. Can't get the layup to go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked out by Josh Hart. Bridges able to pick it up. Bridges bringing it down now. Bridges a pull-up three. Okay, McHale. All right. There we go. 2 threes in a row from McHale. One in the first half to end the first half, and now one to start the second half. Cunningham on the right wing being guarded by Bridges. Cunningham dancing with it. Spinning to his left. Down the lane. They bring a double team. Anunoby knocks it out of bounds, and he's frustrated with himself, saying he can't keep it in bounds. But the dog pursuing out of the weak side. Love to see it. Keenan Hart said Bridges actually has been good. He's been good. He was good in the first game, and he's good here tonight. Giving the team exactly what they need. As Bridges jumps the passing lane, the ball is loose. Bridges going for it. Dives for it. And they say out of bounds off of Bridges. Oh, come on. There's got to be a foul call on Duren there. They did call the foul call on Duren, unless they say it was out of bounds on him. But either way, it's the Knicks ball. It should have been out of bounds on Bridges, so I guess they did call the foul. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Duren. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right. Driving it down. Pump fakes. Kicks it out. Josh Hart up top. He's going to pump fake. Put his head down. Attack. A lot of contact. Gets the foul call. Thank you. Josh Hart takes a rough fall. He's wincing a little bit. Maybe landed awkwardly on his hand. Yeah, he's holding the left elbow, left arm. Hurting a lot. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Slim Slammer said I needed to be in the Garden. It's a special time to be in the Garden during playoff time, man. It's a good time. Josh Hart at the foul line for 2 free throws. Come on, Josh. Misses the first one. Come on, Josh. Can't be missing free throws. DCL Love, what's up, DCL? Attack the rim, yeah. Yeah. Josh Hart missed the first free throw. At least knock down the second one for me, man. 9:28 to go here in the third quarter. Josh Hart does knock down the second free throw. We'll take it. 57-53, 4-point game. Josh Hart with 4, 4, and 5. Very Josh Hart stat line right there. Cunningham has it on the left wing, being guarded by Anunoby. Bridges switches onto him. Cunningham's going to look to isolate. Now they're going to run the pick and roll with him and Hardaway. Trying to include Brunson on the action. They kick it out to Hardaway. He catches, pump fakes, driving it down. Puts up the floater, comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Ball's knocked loose. Thompson able to pick it up and draws a foul on Towns. That's only the second foul on Towns, which is good. Not in foul trouble yet, which is good. So Thompson's at the foul line for 2 free throws. 57-53 with 9 minutes to go. Thompson's a 64% free throw shooter, and he misses the first one. We love when our opponents misses free throws. Hold on, I don't even got the foam finger up. That's why we're losing. You don't even got the foam finger up. My bad, y'all. That's on me. They were down because I didn't have the foam finger up. So you can blame me. You can blame me for that first half. Thompson does knock down the second one. Brunson's going to bring it down against Thompson. Just give it up. Josh Hart, come get the ball. Why does Brunson have to bring it down against him? I don't like that. Brunson dancing around the Josh Hart screen, coming to his left. Mid-range pull-up jumper from him. Comes up well short. Josh Hart, an offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Brunson. Now over to Anunoby. He's going to pump fake. Now spin to his right. Stops and pops from the mid-range. Comes up short. Can't get the lucky bounce. Fight for the rebound. Harris ends up with it. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Anunoby, brother. A pull-up 3 for Cade Cunningham. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Towns chasing down the rebound. And kicks it loose. Thompson, great hustle from him to keep it alive. They swing it out. Hardaway out of the right wing for 3. Can't get that one to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Tim Hardaway Jr. is out there building a brick house. Kicks it out. Brunson on the left wing in transition. One rhythm dribble, puts up the 3. Can't get it to go. Duren snatches the rebound. And now Duren kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson bringing it down. Thompson putting his head down. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Hardaway inside pass to Tobias Harris. And he gets fouled by Karl-Anthony Towns. That's 3 fouls on Karl-Anthony Towns. Early here in the third quarter, get Mitchell Robinson in the game. Keenan Hart said, good foul, Towns? Not a good foul. I disagree, Keenan Hart. Not a good foul. You can't have Karl-Anthony Towns committing silly fouls because you know he's a silly foul magnet. He's a silly foul magnet. Harris knocks down the first free throw. If it was anybody else, it would have been a good foul. Anybody else, it would have been a good foul, but not Towns. That's now 3 fouls on Karl-Anthony Towns. I said no layups. Not when you're Karl-Anthony Towns, man. I'd rather them get a layup and us have the ability to keep Towns on the floor than him pick up a silly third foul. Now he has 3. Now he has to play very cautiously defensively. Very cautiously defensively. Which I don't know if he's capable of doing. He already struggles as a defender. Bridges gets it over to Josh Hart. He has it up top being guarded by Duren. Get it over to Bridges. Bridges dancing with it around the Josh Hart screen. Attacking, putting his head down. One-legged fall-away jumper. Comes up well short. Fight for the rebound. Harris ends up with it. And the Pistons are pushing the other way. Harris has it up top, putting his head down, attacking. Almost loses it. He does lose it, but Hardaway Jr. able to pick it up. Spins to his left. Now gets it back out to Harris. Harris dancing with it, pulling it back out. Good job by the Knicks to stay in front. Duren gets it over to Thompson. Thompson coming to his right. Goes up against Bridges. Great defense from Mikal Bridges. Ball is still loose. Duren able to grab it. Saves it over to Hardaway. Hardaway launches a right wing 3. Comes up short on that one. Thompson tips it up. Can't get it to go. But Harris tips it up and he gets it to go. Get Mitchell Robinson in the game. Back down by 9. Josh Hart has it on the left wing. Josh Hart coming to his right, picks his dribble up. They get it over to Towns. Towns in the high post on the left wing. Coming to his right, spins to his left, down the lane, puts up the floater, comes up short. Josh Hart comes flying in, can't secure the offensive rebound. Cade Cunningham shot out of a cannon, 1-on-1 against Brunson. And Thompson able to lay it up and in with a beautiful lob pass from Cade Cunningham, and he gets the and one over Brunson. Hart said, Mitch, why is he not on the floor? Start of the half, comes off the bench. I think they're going to look to see if this is a flagrant on Brunson. Hart said, have regular rotations, watch the damn game tips. It's not about regular rotations. I mean, we're 5 minutes into the third. Like, he should be coming in now after this stoppage in play. But when Towns picked up that third foul, that's when I would have put Mitchell Robinson in. They're checking to see if it's a flagrant foul from Brunson. Mark said, we're playing drunk. Yeah. Some bad decision-making in terms of whether they're going to attack. I think they're frustrated that they're not getting foul calls. I don't think that's a flagrant from Brunson. He doesn't push him in the air. Just as his dad said, Brunson doesn't do dirty things. It's not about being dirty. If he pushes a guy as he's jumping in the air, that could be ruled a flagrant, even if it's unintentional. But I don't think it's a flagrant. He literally put his arm up, hit Thompson's right arm. I don't think it's a flagrant at all. Two free throws in the ball for Thompson. No flagrant. They actually call it a clear path foul. DJ Punchy said offense looks horrible. It does look horrible. The offense does look terrible. So 62-53. Thompson's at the foul line for two free throws, and Detroit will get the ball back. Seven minutes to go. Can we get Robinson back in the game, please? I'm looking at the bench. Is Robinson out there? Is he sitting on the bench still? Thompson misses another free throw. Love it. Thank you. Thank you, All-Star Thompson. Avey said, Houston losing to the Golden State Warriors is one thing. The Knicks losing to the Detroit Pistons is another. Thompson misses both free throws. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. And then he missed another layup attempt. And no Mitchell Robinson still. The same starters. The same five starters are out there. All right. I got to turn it around. Harris hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham has it up top. Coming to his left, spins off of Brunson, down the lane, puts up a floater over Towns, gets a nice friendly roll as he gets to the drop down. Beautiful move from Cunningham, just having his way in the paint right now. Can we bring in Mitchell Robinson to protect the basket? Can we get Towns and Robinson in the game at the same time? Why do we have to play the whole third quarter with the same lineup? They get it over to Bridges. Knicks down 11. Bridges trying to get it to Brunson, and they call a foul on Thompson, chasing Brunson around. Runs over him. Hart said, crap coaching by Tibbs. I'm sorry. Well, Tibbs coached a pretty good game in the first game. I thought he was given a little too much credit with his creativity of his rotations, because I was like, hey, man, those guys were in foul trouble. It's not like he wanted to do that. So I thought he was given a little bit more credit than he probably deserved because his hand was forced to do that. Tonight, with nobody in foul trouble, not making any kind of special rotations. Like we should see a heavy dose of Robinson and Towns tonight with the way Robinson's been playing, in terms of his rebounding and the defensive impact he's had. With the way Cade Cunningham is putting his head down, attacking the basket right now, like you need a rim protector in there. Towns is not that guy. Get Big Mitch in there, especially with Towns, and then all of a sudden, like, hey, maybe you could turn up the defense a little bit, but not seeing any adjustments right now from Tibbs. Justice's dad said Tibbs can't control all these misses. No, but he can control how the defense plays. He can't control the defensive personnel out there. Can't control that. Ellie, what's up, Ellie? We need to drive and dish more. Get Detroit moving. Yeah. The issue with that is Detroit is a very good defensive team. Very good defensive team. Especially second half of the year. They think they rank top 5 in defense. The thing about driving and kicking against Detroit is your best players are being guarded by, Thompson. So you're going to have Bridges Brunson driving against Thompson. And then he's going to be driving it into Duren. And then they're going to be looking to kick it out at that point. Everyone else is just going to stay home. Like those two guys are fine. So there's not really any kickouts available. But they do need to get Detroit moving a little bit more. Justice's dad said holding them to 64 is good defense. Yeah. I mean, 64 with 6.5 minutes to go left in the third, you could argue is good defense. But they were sitting at 55 at halftime, so they've scored 9 so far in this quarter. It's solid defense for sure, but you've scored 4 points in almost 6 minutes. So I guess you could argue that they are playing good defense. It's a good point. Their offense has been putrid. They scored 18 points in the first quarter, 31 points in the second quarter, and they've scored 4 points so far here in the third quarter with 6.5 to go here for the remainder of the quarter, which is very bad. Very bad. Cunningham with 24, Tobias Harris with 13. He's chipping in. He's playing good. Again, 2 games in a row for Tobias Harris. He's playing well. I don't like it. I don't like to see it one bit. They're not getting much out of anybody else. Hardaway Jr. is 0 for 8 tonight, which is awesome. 0 for 6 from 3. But you have to expect at some point one of those shots is going to go down, right? So the Knicks are actually catching a little bit of a break. Justice's dad said OG has been bad. OG's been pretty bad tonight. OG's been pretty bad. OG with only 4 points tonight and not nearly the defensive impact on Cade Cunningham as he had in the first game. They get it into Towns. Towns gets it over to Hart. Hart has it up top, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left, driving it down against Paul Reed. Under the basket, kicks it out to nobody. Towns knocks it out to Cunningham. Cunningham putting his head down, attacking to the basket, and he throws it down with one hand. 66-53, a 13-point deficit for the Knicks. Josh Hart bringing it down. Has it on the left wing. Gets it over to Towns. Towns up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. Driving it down. Some contact. Doesn't get the foul call. Fight for the rebound. Towns keeping it alive. No substitutions is crazy. Josh Hart comes up with a nice steal. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes. Driving it down. In the lane. Tries to leave it off for Towns. The ball's still loose. Guys are diving onto it. And Detroit calls a timeout. Detroit calls a timeout as Thompson was fighting down low with the ball. Mark said, JB's killing us. I'm sorry he needs to sit. Hey, man. For McBride, who's been bad. For Campaign, who's been bad. For Shaman, who's been bad. Brunson's got 17 points. It ain't Brunson who's killing us. It's all 5 of them. It's not like It's not like, well, we need to sit Brunson and play a little bit more through OG tonight. Or we need to sit Brunson and play a little bit more through Bridges. Or Towns. Nobody's got it going right now, man. It's not Brunson who's killing us. It's all 5 guys. All 5 guys have been bad right now. You know, the way you quell this is like, sure, we could take Brunson out. Sure. We could take Towns out. We can put Robinson in. We can put Shamet in. Just a different look. Riding this unit that has scored 4 points in 6 minutes of basketball is bad coaching. Get somebody else in the game. Anybody. Literally anybody. These guys look dead. Put Campaign the Energizer Bunny in. I know he was bad in the first half. Try it. Put McBride in. I'm sure he'll come in with some energy. Hell, put PJ Tucker in for all I care. Put DeLon Wright in. You got to dig into your bench at some point, Tibbs. You can't keep banging your head against this brick wall, man. It's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, man. DJ Punchy, what's up, DJ? George Rodriguez, what's up, George? Detroit is playing more hungry and team more loose. Why is that? A lot of pressure on the Knicks. A unit that just hasn't really come together all season with the Knicks in terms of like their starting 5. You know, like they came out a little flat, a little lackluster to start the third, and Tom Thibodeau has made 0 adjustments. Like, hey, man, Tibbs, you awake over there on the sideline, brother? You got 2 eyes? You see what's going on? You want to try something else? Or are we just going to keep banging our heads against the brick wall? Like, yeah, you know. JA3, what's up, Jay? OG Roo said Tibbs can lace up at this point. Hey, man, put anybody out there. AB said, if it takes losing this series for Tibbs to be removed, then it is what it is. Hey, man, it's playoff season. We washed away all of our Tibbs discussions in the regular season. It's playoff time. I'm looking to win. But I get the sentiment. Justice's dad said Cade was going to go off one of these games, but 53 isn't enough. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it. You guys made the point, and you know, after looking at it, you tend to agree. They scored 4 points, guys. They scored 4. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. Look at this nonsense. They scored 18 in the first quarter, 31 in the second, 4. Halfway through the third quarter, they've scored 4 points, guys. 4. That's 2 baskets. They've made 2 baskets. That's it. That's pathetic. That's pathetic offense. DJ Punchy said, Tibbs' stubbornness is exhausting. It is exhausting, especially, you know, when I have to, like, talk to you guys about it, because I don't know how much more you could harp on it. It's like, I just want to see something else, Tibbs. Put anybody else out there right now. I know they're not playing well, but you got to try something, obviously, right? It's not working right now. If it ain't working, go to something else. Justice's dad said Tibbs not at fault for this missed. He's not at fault, but he's not the only one at fault. Everybody's at fault. Guys got to play better for sure. As Beasley launches a 3, can't get it to go. He's not the only one at fault, but he is at fault. The Knicks with 0 field goals over the last 4.5 minutes here. Towns bringing it down against Harris, driving to his right, has it in the post, leans in, puts up the hook shot, can't get it to go. A lot of contact, no foul call. Here comes Cunningham bringing it down the other way. The Knicks are 1 for 11 in this quarter. 1 for 11. Cunningham has it up top. 13-point deficit for the Knicks. Cunningham coming to his left, off the Harris screen, driving it down against Towns. Goes under the basket, leaves it off for Paul Reed. Paul Reed goes up and gets the layup to go, and a 15-point deficit. I did tell you guys, if I got to 15, I'm going to start sweating a little bit. I'm going to start sweating it up a little bit, just a smidge. They call a foul on Thompson in the backcourt. Justice's dad said Thompson might foul out with help. Sure. It's not like Thompson's killing us tonight. I mean, he's good, obviously, and losing him would be a big blow for the Pistons, but as he's going to the bench now, I believe that's his 4th foul. But we're sitting at 5 minutes remaining in this game, guys, and no substitutions for the Knicks yet. And Detroit's going to use their challenge. And looking at the replay, it looks like Brunson grabs his arm. It looks like Brunson grabs his arm, so it should be a reversed call. Gigi said their demeanor sucks. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a lack of, and this is something we've seen all year from them, a little bit of a lack of fight. They go down big, and they stay down. They stay down. This year's team, they've gone down big multiple times against teams, and they stay down, especially against good teams. And Detroit's a good team. So you're going to be looking for somebody else to come in and give you energy, which is crazy to me that we haven't even seen Robinson so far in the second half. It's been 7 minutes, and they have 4 points, and you haven't made one substitution. Clearly something's not working. Maybe put in Deuce McBride, campaign, or sham it in for Josh Hart and just say, okay, we're going to go full offense right now and go 5 out, which is something Tom Thibodeau has not done at all this year. But we're going to do that. And we're not getting any adjustments right now. Something, man. Any adjustments. I just need an adjustment. I just need one. When you have 4 points in a quarter, you have to do something as a coach to try and jumpstart your team. Clearly something is not working. And I'm looking for anything. Right now, Tom Thibodeau is just on his knees begging the basketball gods for some of these shots to start going down. And it's like, I need you to realize you're the head coach of the team and do something. If he does something and it doesn't work, I can't blame Tom Thibodeau. I can only blame the players. And best believe the players also get blamed. Unsuccessful challenge from the Pistons. Foul stands on Thompson. That's his 4th. Pistons lose their challenge, and Thompson is going to remain on the bench, and the Pistons lose the timeout, which is nice. Hart said a Tibbs adjustment equals combing his 2 hairs over the other way. That's a crazy comment. I just need something, though, because then I can't blame him, right? Then I obviously can't blame him. As of right now, he's involved in the blame, right? Obviously, the players also get blamed. But now Tom Thibodeau is also involving himself in the blame. Finally got Mitchell Robinson out there. Something different. Anunoby off the handoff, driving it down against Cunningham. Spins to his left, step back, pump fake. Now he's going to put up the little jumper in the paint, and he gets it to go down. Anunoby finally knocks down a shot here. Just as his dad said, Mikhail's been good on defense. He was good on defense in game 1. He's, again, good on defense here tonight. The offense has also been there from him tonight. Bridges knocks the ball away. Beasley gets it back. Now Beasley off the handoff, coming to the corner. Pulling it back against Robinson. Puts it up over Robinson. Too long, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by the Pistons. Ball's going to go back to the Knicks. If you said built for the Celtics, they're not built for Detroit. They're playing like they got hit by a car. Hey, man, if you're built to beat the Celtics, you should have no problems beating the Pistons. Robinson has it up top, hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby coming to his left. At the last second, tries to pass it off to Mitchell Robinson. A bad decision from OG Anunoby. Robinson was not in position for a pass there. He was rolling to the basket, trying to get offensive rebounding positioning. Robinson tried to save it, but it ends up getting knocked out of bounds. Ball going back to the Pistons. Here comes Schroeder bringing it down. Schroeder has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. They throw it over the top to Cunningham. Hits Schroeder cutting back door. Schroeder tries to leave it off to Duren because Robinson was there. Schroeder had to pass it. Good defense from the Knicks. Brunson shoves it over to Bridges. A right wing 3 for Bridges. And Mikal Bridges. Can it be the Mikal Bridges game? Can it possibly, maybe, be the Mikal Bridges game? He's got 19 points here tonight. He's 3 for 7 from 3. Schroeder has it on the left wing. They get it over to Harris. Harris in the high post on the left wing, being guarded by Hart. Coming to his left, step back, fall away jumper over Josh Hart. Can't get it to go. Robinson able to snatch a nice rebound over Duren. Now here comes Brunson bringing it down. A 10-point game. They got it back down to 10. They were down by as many as, 15, 16? Brunson coming to his left. Finds a way to get it out to Josh Hart. Bridges, another one. Comes up short on that one. Almost exploded, Bridges. Almost went crazy for you, but he came up short to get it over to Beasley. He pump fakes, driving it down to the basket. Gets the finger roll righty layup to go over OG Anunoby. Beautiful move from Malik Beasley there. Back up to 12. Brunson bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Beasley. The crowd is dying to explode for the Knicks here. Brunson driving it down, puts up the floater, rattles that one in over Beasley. Back to 10. Now they're trading baskets. If you can end this third quarter strong and get to a 5-point game again in the fourth quarter, cool. After a horrific third quarter here, I'll take it. Schroeder gets it over to Duren. Duren up top, hands it off to Schroeder, attacking to his left against Brunson, going under the basket. And they call an offensive foul on Dennis Schroeder. Ball going back to the Knicks. Good defense from Brunson. Whew, all right, here we go. Now you need another score. Now you need another score, Knicks. 70-60. Bridges bringing it down. Bridges gets it over to Brunson. A little over 2 minutes to go. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Hardaway. Brunson's going to look to isolate on him, dancing with it. A step back three for Brunson. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Duren with the rebound. Here comes Schroeder. Gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham. Head of steam. Crosses over to his right on Anunoby. Down the lane. Puts it above glass. Oh, beautiful finish from Cade Cunningham. Great defense from Anunoby. Just a better offensive move from Cade Cunningham there. And for a guy who, the stats say he's a bad finisher, it's a hell of a finish there. Anunoby's going to walk into a pull-up three. He knocks down the three, but they call a foul on Cade Cunningham before Anunoby knocked down the three. So no basket. Gigi said, see how easy it is for Cade? Why is it so hard for the Knicks star to get it done like that? Because Cade is a 6'7" point guard, brother. Brunson's 6 feet. Brunson's 6 feet, dog. I don't know if you know how height works. It's a lot easier when you're 6'7" to go towards the basket than it is when you're 6 feet. AB said, whatever happens this offseason, please don't trade for Kevin Durant. Yeah, I want nothing to do with that guy. We talked about this, AP. We talked about it. Now is not the time for offseason questions. Brunson knocks down the first free throw. The Knicks are in the bonus. Nazalan said, those kind of fouls should be thrown away. They should count the basket. That's what they should do. They should give him continuation. Keep the foul, but also count the basket. No free throws. Right? You could scrub the free throws if you give us the three-point shot from OG. Brunson knocks down both free throws. Thank you for knocking down your free throws, JB. 145 to go. Cunningham bringing it down. Has it up top. Gets it over to Schroeder. Schroeder being guarded by McBride, who's checked in for Josh Hart. Get it over to Beasley. Now back to Schroeder. Schroeder catches. Pump fakes. Driving to his right. Down the lane. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. Beautiful move from Schroeder. Gotta stay in front of him, Deuce. Can't let him get to his right hand. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson has it on the right wing. Crosses over to his right. Step back. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson trying to get it to Brunson. Can't. Gets it out to Bridges. Bridges has it up top. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. They're showing two. Bridges under the basket. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson kicks it out to McBride. McBride picks it up. Shot clock winding down. He's going to have to turn and fire. And he banks it in. Deucey. Welcome to the game, brother. We'll take it. Some serendipity, but we'll take it. Cunningham has it up top. Being guarded by Anunoby, and the crowd is back up on their feet for the final minute of the third quarter here. Cunningham coming to his left. Off the Hardaway Jr. screen. A pull-up three for him. Airballs it. Cunningham saying it was tipped. But Detroit doesn't have any challenges left, so the Knicks are going to bring it down. Brunson has it up top. Brunson up top, being guarded by Schroeder. Driving to his right, spinning to his left, spinning back to his right. Follow-away jumper in the paint. That's money. That's money every time. That's the go-to shot right there from Captain Clutch. Back down to 7, 30 seconds to go. Cunningham's going to bring it down against Anunoby. Cunningham has it up top. Trying to call out a play here for his Pistons. Should be their final possession here. The Knicks should get the ball back. Cunningham has it on the left, crosses over. And a kickball violation on OG. 14 back on the clock. So this should be the final possession for the Pistons. Because 14 on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Get it out to Hardaway. Now back to Cunningham. He's going to wind down the clock as much as he can and trying to take the last shot here. Cunningham up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his left. Brunson switches out onto him. And the Knicks use a foul there. Good foul from Brunson. Brunson subs out for the final defensive possession. Josh Hart subs in for the final defensive possession. Cunningham gets it over to Harris. Back to Cunningham, driving it down against Anunoby. They call a foul on OG. That one's going to send him to the foul line. A lot of ticky-tack fouls going the Pistons' way tonight. They're definitely getting the benefit of the whistle tonight. But you got to be able to fight through it, man. Got to be able to fight through it. Justice's dad said so many whistles, big difference from game one. Yeah, officiating crew has not been very good. Cunningham knocks down the first one. Mark said worst officiating crew in the NBA. There's some bad ones, man. There's some bad ones. Listen, when it comes to playoff times, the NBA supposedly assigns the officials that rank the highest during the regular season to the playoffs, but this has been a rough outing tonight. Cunningham misses the second free throw. Anunoby grabs the second rebound, and that's going to end the quarter. The Knicks don't get a shot off in time. And 67-75, 8-point deficit for the Knicks going into the fourth quarter. Very, very, very reminiscent of the first game. As a matter of fact, they were down 98-90, weren't they? Going into the start of the fourth quarter. So let's see. Does Campaign have a encore performance in store for us? I don't know, man. I'm already exhausted. We got 12 more minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm already exhausted. Mike said, first it's offense, now it's defense. How many did they score in that quarter? They had 4 with 5.5 to go, and they ended up with only 18. Detroit only ended up with 20. It's been a rock fight tonight. 67 points going into the fourth quarter is horrendous. Horrendous. Right, that's just straight bad. Brunson with 23. Towns with only 10. 10 points from Towns is not good. Only 4 rebounds from Towns. Anunoby with only 6. Mikal Bridges has stepped up. He's given us 19. But we got Brunson and Bridges, and that's about it. Which is very much what the Pistons want to see because they really only have Cunningham. And that's pretty much it. They got some impact from Tobias Harris, mostly in the first half. He had, 10 in the first half? Got 3 now. He's got 13 total, I should say. Scored 3 in the second half. So Jules said, ref's got a parlay going. Hey, man. B. Will, what's up, B. Will? Andrew Gale. What's up, Andrew? Hit the like button. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Reminding people to hit the like button. Absolutely. If you're in the stream and you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead. Hit the thumbs up button. It is by far, the best way you can show support. Keenan Hart said, Hardaway and Beasley can always get hot. Absolutely. Hardaway is 0 for 8 from the field and 0 for 6 from three-point range tonight. He's got 0 points. He's been awful. Beasley has been off tonight, too. He's 1 for 5 from 3. So they can get hot at any point, and then this game is over. Right? The Knicks have caught a break with these guys being off at the same time tonight, and the Knicks not able to take advantage at all. Finally got a 3-point shot to go down from McBride from the bench. We'll see if Campaign and Landry Shamet have something to say here in the fourth quarter. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. Haven't gotten any points from Mitchell Robinson, but he has given us nice 7 solid rebounds. Nice interior presence defensively, protecting the rim. So here we go. Here we go, y'all. Start of the fourth quarter. Make or break, gut check time. Don't want to lose a game at home. You do not want to lose a game at home as the team with home court advantage. So here we go. Fred said the Knicks know what's at stake. They'll come back. Here we go. Time to prove it. Time to prove it. Brunson comes out to start the fourth quarter. Oh my goodness. No campaign, no Landry Shamet. They get it into McBride. McBride's going to bring it down. Some full court pressure here from the Pistons. McBride gets it over to Brunson, who's being guarded by Schroeder. We got Brunson, McBride, Towns, Hart, and Robinson. We got the Towns-Robinson lineup out there. Brunson pulls it out, being guarded by Beasley. He's going to look to dance. Crossing over, coming down to his left, scoop lay with the left hand. Can't get it to go, but he does get fouled by, I believe that's Duren. Going to send Brunson to the foul line for 2 free throws. Brunson takes a nasty fall. Keenan Harris said Schroeder's been the best bench player in the series. Schroeder's been very impactful. The stats won't show it, but he's been very impactful. He's been feisty defensively. He's made enough shots to keep you honest. He gets downhill, setting up his teammates. Been very solid. Very solid. Charlie said, Cat and OG having a bad time, but was still trailing by 8. Come on, guys. We're taking the fourth quarter, 21-0 run again. As Brunson misses a free throw. Well, you got to start by knocking down your free points. Got to start by knocking down your free points. Come on, JB. Now is not the time. Down by 8 to start the fourth quarter. Can't be missing free throws here. Pistons have taken 22 free throws. Brunson does knock down the second one at least. 22 free throw attempts for the Pistons. As opposed to the Knicks, who have taken 8. 22-8 differential is crazy. Harris steps back for a mid-range jumper, gets it to go. 22-8 free throw disparity is gross. All right, here we go. Brunson bringing it down. 9-point deficit. Has it up top, being guarded by Beasley. On a switch. He's going to run the pick and roll with Towns. Dancing with it, coming to his left off the Towns screen. Driving it down. Crosses over to his right. Backing down Beasley. Pump fakes. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, a right wing 3. Comes up short. Long rebound. Beasley grabs it. Here comes Schroeder bringing it down the other way. Schroeder has it up top. Coming to his left. Get it over to Harris in the high post, being guarded by Brunson. Jab step. Pump fake. Cross-court pass. Beasley wide open in the left corner. That's a guy you have to guard. Thankfully, he misses a 3. Dude, how is Beasley wide open? One of the best shooters this year. As they call a blocking foul on All-Star Thompson, his 5th foul. He's upset. I tend to agree with him, but Harris said, LOL, they called the BS call on Thompson as a makeup. It wasn't a foul to me. You're right. I agree with you. That wasn't a foul. It's a crazy foul call, but we'll take it. We'll take it. OG subbing in for Robinson here. Only got the Towns-Robinson lineup for 2 minutes there, 1.5 minutes there. So now we have Brunson, Josh Hart, McBride, Anunoby, and Towns. McBride has it up top, being guarded by Beasley. Coming to his left off the Josh Hart screen. Dancing with it. Now coming to his right. Shot clock winding down. A pull-up 3 from McBride. Oh, Deuce McBride. I didn't like the shot. I didn't like the process, but I'll take the points. Here comes Kate Cunningham bringing it down. Anunoby running through screens. No foul call. They swing it around. Now they get it back to Schroeder. Schroeder has it up top. Jab step. Coming to his left. Josh Hart switches onto him. They're trying to get it to Harris. They do get it to Harris. Brunson's pressing up onto him. Harris faces up. Now back to Schroeder. He's going to line up a 3 over Josh Hart. Well contest. Comes up short, but he gets a friendly bounce. Came up short. Ball bounced up as high as the top of the backboard and bounced on the rim another 2 times before he got it to go down. Brunson blows past the defense, puts up the floater, gets blocked by Duren, picks it back out, kicks it out to Anunoby, pump fakes over to McBride. catches, he pump fakes, kicks it back over to Brunson. We got to get a shot there, fellas. Brunson's going to drive it down against Harris. Ball knocked out of his hands. He's going to pull it out. Gets tied up by Dern and a jump ball. And the Pistons defense is hounding the Knicks right now. Great defense from the Pistons right now. And the Knicks are stifled offensively. So Brunson against Dern here on the jump ball. Schroeder knocks it into the backcourt. Beasley beats the Knicks to it, goes up. Misses the dunk, but he gets fouled. So Beasley's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. He took a hard fall, and he's all right. Going to get up with it. Another heads-up play by Dennis Schroeder. Beasley's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Slim Slam said he can't stretch the floor with Josh, nowhere to go. Tom Thibodeau has, all season, has just flat out refused to put 5 shooters on the court at the same time. He's flat out refused to do that, and then he's pretty much refused to use the double big lineup for extensive minutes. Weird. Weird. Very weird. I just don't understand it. What is the process behind that? I don't know. Beasley knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. It's a 10-point deficit. 9:25 to go. Beasley knocks down both. 11-point game. Brunson will bring it down against Schroeder. Brunson has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Towns screen. Get it over to Towns in the post against Harris. Spins towards the baseline. Spins back to his left. Pump fake. Leans in. Loses the ball. Kicks out to Anunoby. Anunoby coming to his left. Steps back. Shot clock winding down. Crosses over to his left. Step back. Fall away. Long 2 for OG. He got it to go. But it's tough shot making going for the Knicks right now. Very tough shot making. Schroeder has it on the left wing. Schroeder gets it over to Reed. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder coming to his left off the screen. Mid-range pull-up jumper from him. Too long, can't get it to go. And Anunoby skies for the rebound. And here comes Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Has it on the right wing. Beasley switches onto him. Brunson in the post, backing him down. Spins towards the baseline. Puts up the floater. Gets it to go. Beautiful move from Brunson. Back to 7. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, Knicks. Cade Cunningham checks back in. He has it up top. Get it over to Schroeder. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham coming to his left off the Paul Reed screen. Cross-court pass inside pass to Reed. Reed goes up. Lefty finish. Gets it to go. Run Towns and Robinson on the court at the same time, Tibbs. Brunson coming to his right off the Josh Hart screen. Being guarded by Beasley. Brunson backing down Beasley. Backing him down. Coming to his left. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Wide open in the left corner for a 3. Comes up short. Long rebound. Josh Hart beats Schroeder to it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Paul Reed. It's going to remain with the Knicks. Good hustle from Josh Hart. So still 9-point deficit for the Knicks. Trading baskets with the Pistons, but you got to come up with some stops and some scores. Anunoby gets it into McBride, kind of along the baseline, gets it back to Josh Hart, stumbles with the pass, goes up with the reverse layup and blows it. Blows the layup, and Cunningham shot out of a cannon looking to attack Brunson. Gets fouled, can't get the finish, but he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Foul was called on Josh Hart. Any foul trouble here for the Knicks? Anunoby with 3, Towns with 3, and that was Josh Hart's 3rd. So Cunningham knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. The Knicks still sitting with 8 free throw attempts. This is Cunningham's as he knocks down the second one. That was Cunningham's 10th free throw attempt. So Cade Cunningham has shot more free throws than the entire Knicks team. Cool. That's fun. So Anunoby has it up top to get it over to Towns. Towns has it out on the perimeter, being guarded by Harris. Coming to his left. Spins to his right. Driving it down. Ton of contact. Kicks it out. McBride, a three, wide open. Can't get it to go. Harris with the rebound. Here comes Cunningham. Can't be missing open threes. Cunningham putting his head down, attacking. Fends off of Josh Hart. Looks like Towns maybe got a block, but it didn't matter as Paul Reed was right there for the offensive rebound and put back. Mikal Bridges at the scores table getting ready to check back in. Brunson on the left wing being guarded by Schroeder. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Extra pass to McBride. He's going to pump fake going along the baseline. And he gets fouled by Paul Reed. Are we going to get a stoppage in play here? TV timeout. You know, I said, I feel like I'm finally done with Tibbs. I feel like AI can put a better lineup out there than him with more feel for what's going on. We've had to talk about Tom Thibodeau all season long, Kinohara. We had the heart-to-heart at the end of the regular season, right? Where we kind of just laid bare all the feelings we have about Tibbs and all the issues we've had about him. We've talked about how this is probably his worst coaching season of his career. He's had no feel for this team whatsoever. He had a very good feel for last year's team. He's had no feel for this team whatsoever. Does not know what buttons to push. Does not know what lineups to put out there. You know, the fact that we've seen very limited minutes of Robinson and Towns together, the fact that we've seen very limited minutes of a true five-out offense, like, you would expect him to lean one way or the other. You would expect him to be like, well, I need my rim protector. I'm going to play Robinson a bunch. And he just hasn't leaned into that. Now, granted, it's because of the injury, and he was on a minutes restriction, and so he couldn't do that. But even tonight, Robinson has played 20 minutes. Maybe 4 or 5 of those have come with Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's like, how does that work out, right? And then, and it's like, all right, if you're not going to lean into the defensive lineup of having Robinson out there with Towns, you would expect him to lean into the offensive lineup of having the 5 shooters and taking advantage of having Towns at center, which is the offensive side, and just trying to blow teams out offensively. And that hasn't been the case at all. We haven't really seen, I don't think he's used it at all in this series, right? It's rough. It's rough. He has just played this middle zone of not leaning into the defense and not leaning into the offense, and then Knicks, it just makes the Knicks average at everything. Makes them average at everything. Mike said there's no cohesive play calling on offense. Yeah. I mean, you could say that about most teams in the NBA. Like, it's hard to have cohesive play calling. You know, like, the Celtics have it. The Thunder have it. Cavs have it. Everyone else is pretty incohesive, pretty all over the place with their offensive play calling. Maybe the Warriors have it. That's because they've been playing the Steph Draymond playbook for a decade now. So, but Madrasi Travel Trainer said that the defense looks dominant at times. Yeah, the times when Mitchell Robinson's out there, it can look pretty dominant. But oof. That's how it feels. Oof. So, look, man, they got about 7 minutes to go. We'll see if they're going to be able to put up a run here. So let's see. See what they got. Let's see what they got. Fred said, I think Brunson's doing a little too much. You got 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Fred. The captain's just going to put his head down and try to make something happen. Especially when guys like Josh Hart, Anunoby, and Towns don't have anything. They get it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Hands it off to Bridges. Over to Anunoby. Now over to Brunson. Left corner. Quick catch and fire off the screen. Rattles it in. I mean, he's trying, man. He's trying. He's the only guy tonight you can knock down perimeter shots with consistency. Even Bridges has been inconsistent with his perimeter shooting. He had a little stretch there where he got hot. But outside of that, it's been a lot of Brunson. And only Brunson. Schroeder spinning, coming down the lane, gets fouled from behind by Brunson. He's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Brunson looking at the ref saying, really? I can't get that same call? So Schroeder's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Nazalan said 13 points is not a lot, but Knicks struggling offensively. Yeah, I forgot who said it earlier. I think it was AP. Who was like, losing to a one-man army and Cade Cunningham and the others of the Detroit Pistons is not a good look. And you're right about that. It's not a good look. But tonight, it's definitely been Jalen Brunson and the others, which it should not be because Karl-Anthony Towns is an all-NBA player. Mikal Bridges has had a good shooting night tonight. OG Anunoby had a borderline all-star level season, especially to close the year. And he's given you very little tonight. Josh Hart is almost a net negative offensively at this point right now. Not taking shots, not knowing his role. Beasley fouls Mikal Bridges fighting in the post. The 4th team foul against Detroit, so the next foul should put the Knicks at the foul line. They get in the Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Thompson now. Coming to his right, they get it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart putting his head down, spinning, and gets fouled by Jalen Duren as Josh Hart hit the floor. Refs trying to give the Knicks some makeup calls here. It's a little, he shoved the hip out there from Jalen Duren. I could see the foul there, sure. Oh, Josh Hart mostly slipped. But we've seen that foul call go the Pistons' way as well. So I guess they're being consistent in that aspect. Mr. Freckles said, I guess Tibbs forgot Landry can shoot 3. Landry did nothing in the first game. He did nothing in his stint in the first half of tonight. I get what Tom Thibodeau has abandoned him. I get it. Josh Hart knocks down the first one. Campaign was very wild in the first half. He's just going to rock with Jalen Brunson, which I also get. I get it. Josh Hart at the foul line. Knock down the first one. Knock down this one and get it back to 10. But with 6 minutes to go, time's starting to wind down. They have enough time to make the comeback. Time's winding down. Got to get some stops here. Stops and scores. Defense has to lead your offense. Got to start on this end of the court with defense. Cunningham gets it over to Thompson. Thompson gets it over to Duren. Duren comes out to grab it. They throw it over the top to Thompson in the post against Brunson. Thompson backing him down. Fall-away jumper. Well short. Towns with the rebound. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson gets it over to Hart. Hart driving it down. Back out to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Thompson. Brunson coming to his right. Pump fakes. Draws the foul on Thompson. And that's his 6th foul. It's going to get him out of there as Brunson holds up the 6 fingers. Hilarious. I think it's going to be 2 free throws. Yeah, 2 free throws. Brunson stepped in to draw the foul. I said Shaman not on the team next year for sure. Shaman, Campaign, both gone. Both gone going into next year. You're going to hope that Tyler Kolek makes a leap this offseason and becomes a serviceable backup point guard going into next year. If not, I'm sure they'll be back into the backup point guard market after losing quickly in the trade. Brunson knocks down a free throw. Shamit's out too. They're going to be looking for a backup wing. You're hoping that a guy like McCullough or Dottier can make a leap in the offseason as well. You're looking for your rookies to help you out. But again, offseason questions. We'll discuss that when the Knicks fully get eliminated, or at least is on the verge of elimination. Brunson knocks down both free throws, knocking it back to an 8-point game. 5:30 to go. Brunson up to 31. He's now up to 8 free throw attempts as well. Josh Hart is the only person who's taken free throw attempts. He's taken 2. Cunningham has it up top, coming to his right after the Duren screen. Cunningham pulling it back out. They get it over to Beasley. Beasley curling around, stepping back, pump fakes. Being chased by Bridges. They get it over to Schroeder, back to Beasley. Beasley catches, pump fakes. Now gets it over to Duren, now back to Beasley. He launches a three. They wave it off, a moving screen on Duren. Ball going back to the Knicks. And the defense is leading the offense right now. Excellent defense from Mikal Bridges there. He's had a fine game today. Fantastic game from Bridges. He's giving you everything you're asking Bridges to give you. Mitchell Robinson is giving you everything he's asking you to give them. Everyone else also needs to step up. That's including Josh Hart. It's especially including Karl-Anthony Towns. It's also including OG Anunoby. Here we go. Brunson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Schroeder. Driving it down in the lane, puts up the floater, gets a nice friendly bounce as he gets to the drop down. 6-point game. You can make it happen. Under 5 to go. Defense needs to lead the offense. Cunningham has it on the left wing, gets it out to Schroeder. Schroeder up top, gets it over to Harris. Harris over to Beasley, catches, pump fakes, driving down inside to Duren, and Duren gets fouled. As Diego said, everybody ain't built for this. 6-point game, y'all. 6-point game. Side out of bounds for Detroit. They're not in the bonus. The Knicks are in the bonus. So every foul Detroit makes will send the Knicks to the foul line, which is good. With under 5 minutes to go, plenty enough time to take advantage of that. Mike said we shouldn't be down 10 in the first place. You're right. You're right about that, Mike. But, hey, man, sometimes you find yourself in situations as Brunson's going back to the locker room. What happened? Uh-oh. Brunson's out of the game. McBride checks in for him. Cunningham has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Driving to his left. Cunningham has it up top. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his left, spins to his right, spinning back to his left. Loses it. Josh Hart digging down. Saves it out. Harris, a left corner three. Beautiful save. Josh Hart able to grab the rebound. Shot out of a cannon. And a foul. Cunningham is going to send OG to the foul line for 2 free throws. And Detroit starting to crumble again. You can see the frustration mounting for them. And now they're pushing and shoving and talking and smack and trash talking each other, getting in each other's face. It's getting chippy out there. Refs, call a tech on Detroit. Give us another free point. Come on, man. We need it. We need it. We need the free throws. And Cunningham is upset he didn't get the foul call. Anunoby was pushing and grabbing him. And they get tripped up. Anunoby at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knock down your free throws now. Davey said that's why Tom Thibodeau has to be removed, because the rookies are not going to improve. Took McBride 3 years just to play. McBride was the 2nd-round pick, AP. Took him 3 years to get to the point he is at now. Anunoby knocks down the first one. He wasn't going to be there as a rookie. He probably wasn't going to be there his 2nd year. Wasn't there his 2nd year. Development is not linear, brother. I give Tom Thibodeau credit for developing McBride. Could he have gotten him out there a little bit earlier? Sure. When he was ready, McBride was ready. And he credits Tom Thibodeau for that. Can't ignore that. Tom Thibodeau has an excellent track record of developing young players. Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, Taj Gibson, Deuce McBride, Emmanuel Quickley. Just as his dad said, Kate is young and dumb. More like young and emotional. You know? That's a thing. It's a thing with young guys. Young and emotional. Ellie said, we can do this. Hey, man. 5-point game. Anunoby's at the foul line for 1 more free throw after this timeout that Detroit called. Keenahara said, not sure what happened with JB. Yeah, he came out of the game a couple of possessions ago and immediately went back to the locker room, which obviously you don't want to see. Maybe I can look on Twitter to see if there's any updates on that, any news on that. If you guys see it, let me know. Let's see. Any updates? It's so funny because I'm on Twitter right now and I'm just scrolling for any updates on the Brunson situation, but all I'm finding is a lot of people talking about how favorable the whistle is to Detroit, and not just fans. Beat writers, NBA analysts who don't have a dog in the fight are like, "Woof, this Detroit whistle is something else, man." So, Ishmael Cooks, what's up, Ishmael? What's up with Towns? It's not having a good game, man. This is the thing about Karl Anthony Towns. He can be a bit streaky, especially considering Tibbs doesn't run a ton of offense for him outside of just running straight post ups for him, which is unfortunate. I'm looking, but no information on it. Well, JB's back. Sean Collins. All right, yeah, JB's back. We're back to the game. Here he is out on the court. All right, here we go. 5-point game. Anunoby's at the foul line for one more. Rock Rain said JB hopefully had to go to the bathroom. He was tying his shoe as we came back to the locker room, which we know he's dealing with a foot ankle thing that he aggravated in the last game. Anunoby knocked down the second free throw. 4-point game, y'all. 4-point game. Here we go. Kerwin Nixon, what's up, Kerwin? The NBA is trying to stretch this series to a game 7. Nixon 4. Nixon 4. Cunningham coming to his right off the screen, driving it down, a lot of contact. Gets the foul call. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It's a little touchy foul there again, but they're starting to call those a little bit more evenly. Cunningham knocks down the first free throw. AP said Murphy's Law. Anything that can will. Anything that can will. But we'll see. Cunningham knocks down both free throws. Back to a 6-point game. Stops and scores. Brunson bringing it down. He's telling the ref Schroeder's pushing and grabbing him the whole way. Ref not listening. Doesn't want to hear it. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right off the Josh Hart screen. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Beasley. Driving to his right. Kicks it over to Bridges. Quick catch and fire out of the right corner for Bridges. Too long, can't get it to go. Cunningham with the rebound. What was Towns doing standing in the same corner as him? He had to go out of bounds. The spacing and the court positioning of our players have been bad all night. Cunningham blows right past Anunoby. Can't get the layup to go fight for the rebound. Knocked up. Bridges is able to grab it, and Bridges bringing it down. Bridges on the right wing being guarded by Harris. Dancing with it. Quick crossover to his right. Going along the baseline. Goes over the reverse layup. Gets blocked. No foul call. He's looking for a foul. Doesn't get it. Cunningham pushing it the other way. Kicks it out Schroeder. Wide open left corner 3 in transition. Comes up short. Josh Hart snatches a rebound. Falls down. And a loose ball foul. And the Pistons is going to send Josh Hart to the foul line for 2 free throws. Josh Hart and Anunoby were both down there. So that's one way to get points. Good defense from Towns on the last Cade drive to contest without fouling and force the miss. So Josh Hart's at the foul line now for 2 free throws with 3:24 to go here in the fourth quarter in a 6-point game. Josh Hart knocks down the first free throw. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh. And a timeout again from the Pistons. Or is it a Knicks timeout? Whose timeout was that? I feel like the Pistons have 1,000 timeouts. Whose timeout was that? Pistons with 2 timeouts remaining. Knicks with 2 timeouts remaining. And there's a fly. Somehow a fly ended up in here. I got the window closed. I got the door closed. Unless you were in here the whole time, fly, and you decided to come out now. Crazy. No one invited him. I said, yeah, I didn't get Mitch usage at all. Tibbs sucks unless Mitch is hurt. I don't think Mitch is hurt. He's played 20 minutes tonight. Knicks timeout, said Mark. Interesting timeout from Tibbs. Mitch played 20 minutes, right? So Mitch plays 20 minutes tonight. He played 14 minutes in the first half, 6 minutes in the second half. Don't fully understand that, but I'm trying to find the reasoning for it. In my mind, I'm trying to find the reasoning for it right now, and I just can't really come up with anything, right? Like, I get wanting the righty starters. I get that. But it's not like Josh Hart's been awesome. I would have went to the Robinson Towns lineup in the second half here, and he didn't do that. So here we go. NBM said, give the fly a jersey. Hey, he might be a good luck charm. Who knows? Josh Hart does knock down the second free throw. Thank you, Josh, for knocking down both free throws. Cunningham bringing it down. The crowd is into it, chanting defense. Cunningham up top, coming to his left off the Duren screen, driving it down. Good defense from Towns to shield them off. They hand it off. Beasley, a 3 off the handoff. In and out, can't get it to stay. Knicks catching a bit of a break. As Towns able to save it from going out of bounds. Bridges, a pull-up 3 in transition. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Anunoby gets knocked down. No foul call. Here comes Cunningham. Shot out of a cannon, pushing it the other way. Brunson backpedaling. Brunson forced to switch on to Cunningham. He picks his dribble up, kicks it out to Harris. Harris up top, kicks it out to Schroeder. Schroeder being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his right. Brunson guarding Cunningham as they get it to him. Along the baseline, kicks it out to a wide open Harris. He can't catch the ball, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. All right, 2:30 to go, 4-point game, guys. Need a basket here. We need a basket here. Brunson bringing it down. Schroeder guarding him. Has it up top. Coming to his right. Driving it down. A pull-up jumper for JB. Of course he knocks it down, Captain Clutch. A 12-2 run for the Knicks. It's a 2-point game, a 1-possession game. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The crowd is on their feet. 0 field goals for the Pistons over the last 5 minutes. Their youth is showing yet again. Cunningham has it up top, coming to his right at the Duren screen. Pulling it back out. Over the top pass to Duren on the dunk. Gets it to go. Josh Hart gets it into Duren. To Brunson, excuse me. Brunson bringing it down. Ooh, I gave 2 points. The wrong side. There we go. Brunson draws a foul. Is it a 3-point attempt? The commentators are saying 3. I think it's going to be 3. Foul on Harris. Towns had to step up. Josh Hart got to slide down knowing Brunson's there. You got 2 guys there. Just, the lob is there. So Brunson's at the foul line for 3 free throw attempts. He can cut it to 1. He can cut it to 1. Mike said OG getting beat by Cade. They're running pick and roll action, Mike. A lot of pick and roll action. It's got to be a group effort. Brunson knocks down the first one. Come on, JB. Got 2 more free throws coming. And it's back to a 1-point game, baby. 1-point game, JB. Line us up. Knocks down the first one. The second one. Knocked down the first 2. 2-point game. Got 1 more coming. You got it, JB. We're not concerned at all. We are not concerned at all. Brunson misses this third one. Got 2 points out of it, though. Okay, 2-point game. Needed it, though. Needed it. Schroeder up top, trying to get it to Cunningham. Good to now defense from Anunoby. Schroeder attacking to his right, spinning, coming back to his left. Calling for a screen with Duren. Coming to his right with the Duren screen. Driving it down, pocket pass to Duren, down the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands as a turnover. Towns picks it up, and here comes Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to slow it down. Doesn't want to force it. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson getting pushed, no foul call. Brunson on the left wing being guarded by Schroeder. Loses the handle, picks it back up, driving to his right. Down the lane. Inside, Josh Hart, easy layup. Goes up, gets to the dunk. Where's my foul? Where's my foul? Tie ball game, baby. 1:15 to go. Off the assist from Jalen Brunson. 94 all. Cunningham bringing it down. 1:10 to go. Cunningham on the right wing being guarded by Anunoby. Up top to Harris. Harris hands it off to Schroeder. Schroeder on the left wing. They're denying Cunningham the ball. Schroeder a pull-up three. Come on, man. Oh, of course, Dennis Schroeder knocks down the pull-up three with under a minute to go. Brunson's going to bring it down. Brunson. Up top, in and out dribble, dancing with it, coming to his right. A pull-up three for Brunson, looking to answer. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Harris with the rebound. And now Cunningham will bring it down to a 3-point game. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Schroeder has it up top. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham being guarded by Anunoby. You have to come up with a defensive stop here. A lot of contact. Schroeder with the pass fake, shoves it over. Beasley wide open left corner three. Could be the nail. Can't get it to go. Bridges with the rebound. Gets it over to Brunson. 20 seconds to go. This is it, y'all. Put the cape on, JB. Put the cape on. Dancing with it. Blowing past the defense. In the lane. Kicks it out. Bridges. A straightaway three. Wide open. Comes up short. Needed it. Needed it. They foul Schroeder. Wide open three. Wide open three. Needed it. My score is way off, y'all. My apologies. My apologies. Gave 1 point to the wrong side. 97-94. Oh, I did it again. I did it again. Pull up three from Dennis Schroeder. Crazy. Crazy way to get beat. Okay. Ball up top. Schroeder's at the foul line for 2 free throws. And he misses the first one, baby. We love missed free throws from our opponents. We adore them. We adore them, baby. Pressure's on. Pressure's on, Dennis. What you got, Dennis? What you got, Dennis? Pressure on, brother. Pressure is on. Okay, Hazy said we came out too slow. Way too slow. Way too slow. Knicks still with 2 timeouts. Detroit still with 2 timeouts. And Schroeder knocks down the second one. 2-possession game, 4-point game. 8 seconds to go. Unlikely the Knicks will be able to pull that off, but we've seen crazier things. Seen crazier things. You know, RS said, what does Dennis have? 20 points? Let's see. Let's go through it. Let's see. Dennis Schroeder tonight. 20 points. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls. Big game for Dennis Schroeder off the bench. Easily 1 for 8 from 3. Tim Hardaway Jr., 0 for 6 from 3. And Joe wasted that performance. Likely not to get that again. They're 6 for 27 from 3. Knicks 10 for 33. Nobody else but Brunson and Bridges. That was it. That was it. OG was invisible offensively. Towns, where are you, buddy? You can't have 10 and 6 in a playoff game. Can't do it, buddy. Can't do it. We're not here for 10 and 6, dog. We're not doing it. Josh Hart played 40 minutes tonight. He got 10, 7, and 5. Cool, man. Cool. Nice. Nice. Keno Hart said Schroeder best player in the series thus far. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Hazy, but if we still had Dante, hey, man, if we still had Dante, man. Nas Delon said Pistons are overperforming. Young with heart, they're underdogs. They are, but they also played a pretty bad game today. Beasley was awful, 1 for 8. Tim Hardaway Jr. was invisible. He had 0 points. He was 0 for 8 from the field and 0 for 6 from 3. And they still found a way to beat it because Dennis Schroeder had a good game. They get it into Brunson. Brunson with the 3. Can't get it to go, and that's going to be it. Duren with the rebound. They get it over to Cunningham. They fouled Duren intentionally, but that's going to be it, y'all. That's going to be it. Charlie said, when is our next game? We have 2 days off in between games, Charlie. 2 days off. So the series will be tied 1-1 going back to Detroit. Oh, actually, I got it right here. Going back to Detroit, the next game will be on Thursday. Thursday, 7 o'clock. Another TNT game. And then we have a Sunday 1 o'clock game. So we have 2 days off and then 2 days off. So. And then we have 1 day off to go back to New York. 1 day off to go back to Detroit. And then 1 day off for a possible Game 7. But looks like Detroit's going to be able to pull this one out. And I will say, Knicks in 5 like I always say, y'all. Knicks in 5 like I always say. Who's the Knicks artist said Schroeder has always been a baller, even going back when he was in Atlanta. Yeah, I always liked Schroeder's game. I don't know why he's been traded a million times. I don't know why Miami decided to move him. But Schroeder's good. Schroeder's good. Good, solid bench player. Chi said a competent coach would have won that game in those final minutes. I mean, you know, we've beaten the Tibbs drum a million times. We've beaten the Tibbs drum a million times. At the end of the day, if Towns gives us more than 10 freaking points, probably don't even have to worry about coaching issues. You know? We could also make the argument that maybe we should utilize Towns in other ways other than just playing him out of the high post or running him in the low post, you know? Maybe running him in other situations outside of just putting the ball in his hands in the post. You know, that's another topic for another day. We've beaten, like I've said, we've beaten the Tom Thibodeau drum a million times. We've done that. Good game from the Pistons. Despite them not having a good shooting night, still found a way to win. And that's what I'm talking about with the Knicks. You didn't have a good shooting night either, but you had a better shooting night than the Pistons did, and you got to find a way to win. 37 for Brunson, 37-7 for Brunson, and 33, 12, and 3 for Cunningham. And you allowed Schroeder to get 20 on you off the bench. And that's ultimately the thing that kind of sank you tonight. You didn't get pretty much anything off the bench. I mean, McBride gave you 8, but a pretty unimpactful 8. Payne only played the 4 minutes. Tom Thibodeau saw enough and got him out of there. Same with Landry Shamet. And to be honest, I don't blame him. 20 minutes for Robinson, where he had 14 in the first half, but only 6 in the second half, is a little questionable. Sure, wish we could have saw more creative lineup usage of Towns and Robinson together. We've talked about this a million times. Justice is dead. Out-rebounded by 14 as well. Good point. Justice is dead. The rebounding battle. Knicks with 34. Pistons with 48. Wait, is that right? Yeah, 34, 48. Out-rebounded by 14. Good point. Good point. Maybe to help with the rebounding, maybe have the two bigs out there together. Who knows? Well, whatever adjustment Tom Thibodeau makes, we're going to have to wait until Thursday to figure it out. So, disappointing loss for the Knicks. But hey, man, that's why it's a best-of-7 series. So I'll see y'all on Thursday. Knicks in 5. Like I always said. Literally said it from the beginning. Knicks in 5. So I'll see y'all next time. Unfortunately, the Frazier Blazer goes down with a loss today. So we're going to have to pick another jacket out for the next game. So I'll see you guys next time. Remember, stay hydrated, get a good night's sleep, and brush your teeth before bed. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Bye. And I'm disappointed. But I'll see y'all next time. Good night, y'all.